All right, we are on. We're on. Hopefully, you guys can hear me all right. I think that my mic levels are good. And yeah, all right, so the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Atlanta Hawks tonight. The Hawks, they're 14-21. They're on a two-game losing streak. We'll talk more about that. The Sixers also on a two-game losing streak as well. And they're 23-12. They're playing at the State Farm Arena, of course, in Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are live for almost every single Sixers, Eagles, and Phillies game on here. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on those notification bell icons. And that way you'll know if I produce any content, if I go live or all of that. I wanted to finish my sentence a little bit better, but I was not able to do so. So the Atlanta Hawks, man, a lot of injuries tonight for them as they'll be very short-handed. So they have their starting lineup tonight. When we take a look at both teams, we got Nick Batum, Tobias Harris, Paul Reed, D'Anthony Melton, and Tyrese Maxey for the Sixers. And for the Hawks, it's Saddiq Bey, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu, DeJounte Murray, and Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks. But yes, they are definitely dealing with some injuries for sure. And hopefully the 76ers can really just try to shoot the three ball really well. The one main storyline about the Sixers over their last 3-4 games or so is that they just have not been shooting the three ball as they should be. They only shot 18% from downtown in the last game that they played against the Utah Jazz. And one of the reasons why is Tyrese Maxey. He has just really been struggling from three, and they're going to need him, especially without Joel Embiid tonight, to just be able to take over, and he'll have to be one of those guys that just goes out there, gets you 35 points. He has to be aggressive. He has to be in attack mode and just really needs to just hit his shots. So you want to try to see him do that. So the Atlanta Hawks, there's no Wesley Matthews, there's no Clint Capella, no Vit Krejci, and no Garrison Matthews either, and DeAndre Hunter. All of those guys are out tonight for the Atlanta Hawks. So, and for the Philadelphia 76ers, they will be without Robert Covington and Joel Embiid, Kenneth Lofton Jr., Terquavion Smith, and Ricky Council the fourth as well. DFJ, what's going on, man? How you doing? Thanks so much for coming on here. Denver, how are you? JJ's the man. That's my boy, Philadelphia's JJ. What's up, Jose? How you doing, my guy? Williams here. Mike Green's here. Let's put everybody up on the screen. There's William. There's Katie, of course. Jacqueline. And Mike, yes, I did see that. I did see that for sure. That's wild, man. Absolutely wild. So both teams, they are 2-3 over their last 5 games. The Sixers actually have played the Hawks twice this season, so this is the third time that these two teams will be going up against each other, and they'll wrap up the season series. It'll be on February 9th. So, well, the first two games, the Sixers were able to dominate the Atlanta Hawks. The first game was in Atlanta. They won 126-116, and that was back in November. And in December, of course, on December 8th, they played the Atlanta Hawks, and they were able to win 125-114. Again, the starting lineups for the Philadelphia 76ers, you got Tyrese Maxey, D'Anthony Melton in the backcourt, Nick Batum, Tobias Harris, and Paul Reed as the forwards and the centers. And, of course, for the Atlanta Hawks, they have Trae Young and DeJounte Murray at point guard and shooting guard. The small forward and power forward are Saddiq Bey and Jalen Johnson. And Onyeka Okongwu is the starting center tonight for the Atlanta Hawks. Again, no Joel Embiid for the 76ers, no Robert Covington. And, of course, for the Atlanta Hawks, Clint Capella dealing with right Achilles soreness. Mohamed Gay, right low back stress fracture. And DeAndre Hunter out with right knee inflammation as well. All right, here we go. So tip-off is just underway, and the Atlanta Hawks will win the tip-off. It was Paul Reed going up against Onyeka Okongwu. So here's Trae Young, who will just dish it out to Okongwu over towards the far corner. The Hawks going from right to left, and the Sixers will be going from left to right. And we have a foul as Okongwu puts it up and in, and Paul Reed immediately gets called for a shooting foul. So it's a 2-0 score in Atlanta. The one thing that you really got to do tonight if you're the Sixers is you really got to try to take advantage of rebounding. Again, no Clint Capella, and that's a guy who really does get a lot of boards for this Atlanta Hawks team, and you really want to try to just play very physical against a team that loves to shoot really well. Here's Batum as the foul shot is good. It's 3-0 Atlanta. Tyrese Maxey will find Tobias Harris on the low block. Harris catches, shoots, puts it up, and he can't finish it as it just goes in and out. DeJounte Murray comes up with his miss. Murray goes into the lane, takes it over. Paul Reed stops on a dive, pulls up, and hits the 2. A 5-0 run by the Atlanta Hawks so far in just a matter of a minute under this game. Maxey with a bounce pass all the way to Tobias Harris. Harris one more to Melton with a catch-and-shoot triple. And DeAnthony Melton, a welcome back shot he's able to hit from the far corner. So DeAnthony Melton making his return was not available over the last 3 games. And, well, that's really big that they do have him back. DeJounte Murray tries to go up with a layup, and Paul Reed says, no, I got the rebound, he says. Harris on the other end over on the far wing. He's taking on DeJounte Murray. Now Jalen Johnson will try to take it right to the cup. He puts up the right hand, and he can't finish it. Oh, man, he had him on the ropes. And Tobias Harris could not get it done. Young with an alley-oop pass. That's blocked by Nick Batum, but they're going to call a foul on Batum himself as he just tried, Trae Young that is, to try to get his center involved, Onyeka Okongwu, who's going to the foul line. So the refs for tonight, you got James Williams, Sean Corbin, and Dedrick Taylor that are there for this game. First foul shot by Okongwu. This trip around is good. And he hits the first one. We'll have to refresh the scoreboard. There we go. So it's a 6-3 start. Okongwu, a guy that is, well, he's averaging about 9.5 points per game. So it's that foul shot up and is able to get that one to go. And that will make it a 7-3 ball game. All right, let's make this smaller. So we're just 2 minutes underway. DeAnthony Melton with a bounce pass to Paul Reed with a mid-range jumper from the foul line, and that was way too strong. And another rebound goes the Atlanta Hawks. Good effort by them so far. The Sixers have to do a better job on the defensive side. We have alley-oop again interrupted by Paul Reed. There's no whistle for a foul, as it'll just be Hawks basketball. 10:05 left in the first quarter. Trae Young gets the inbound, and he'll get it back from Jalen Johnson. Young trying to dribble into double coverage. Almost lost his dribble. What great hand moves that was. Young's foul line jumper is up, and he can't hit it with the shot clock winding down. 7-3 start for Atlanta. The Sixers are behind the A-ball so far. Melton with the give and go to Paul Reed. He puts it up and puts it in. He's fouled as well, and he'll make his way over to the charity stripe to make it a 1-point deficit. That was a beautiful bounce pass on the pick and roll by DeAnthony Melton and Paul Reed. Man, that two-man game, that looked good that time around. Just a beautiful bounce pass as Melton was over towards the elbow and just found Paul Reed wide open. Even though he got fouled at the very last second, he does make the foul shot, and the Hawks have it now. It's 7-6. Jalen Johnson trying to go up against Paul Reed, and Paul Reed, who's stuck in the mud, is able to deny him and box him out. 9:28 left in the first quarter. Maxey step back three-pointer. Nothing but net for Tyrese Maxey. And the Sixers take the lead 9-7. Just less than 3 minutes underway. Tyrese Maxey, again, a guy that's been really struggling from downtown. That's a good thing to see. The Hawks can't convert on the other end on the layup. Here come the Sixers on a fast break. Melton to Batum. Batum trying to take it to the cup, and he's fouled. He tried to go up with a little bank shot, if you will, from the far corner, but it was honestly just really more or less just close to the lane over on the far corner side, and they'll just make his way over to the line and try to make it a 4-point lead for the Sixers. They're up by 2. It's 9-7 with 9:05 left in the first quarter. Batum cannot hit the first foul shot. It hits the back of the iron. And there's Nick Nurse. Of course, Nick Nurse going up against Quinn Snyder. So both teams, their head coaches for their respective teams. Nurse for the Sixers and Quinn Snyder for the Atlanta Hawks. The second foul shot's good. So Batum does go 1 for 2. That trip around from the line. Jalen Johnson dribbles it, and he'll just hand it off to DeJounte Murray. Murray to Okongwu. Okongwu back to Trae Young. Young with a no-look alley-oop pass. And Okongwu stumbled a little bit at first as he jumped and caught it, but then he put it back up and in. So it's a 10-9 game. Maxey to Harris for three. And Tyrese Maxey gets another assist. Tobias Harris wants to join in on the three-point party as the Sixers are shooting very well from beyond the arc. 13-9, 8:30 left in the first quarter. Saddiq Bey tries to put it up and in over DeAnthony Melton. That's a huge mismatch. Saddiq Bey, of course, a very tall forward, a guy that used to play for the Detroit Pistons, and he's been having a lot of success off the bench for Atlanta. Maxey with a bounce pass to Paul Reed, and Reed's reverse layup is up and in. I didn't even know he had that in him, but Paul Reed got the reverse layup. Harris stuck his hand into the cookie jar, almost intercepted it, as they'll get it back to Johnson. Johnson trying to play peekaboo with Trae Young, and Young is able to be unselfish as he finds Okongwu with a little bounce pass right next to him and gets the big man to finish it with the right hand. Melton trying to answer back with a three of his own, and it doesn't even hit the rim. It went over towards the right side of the glass. Johnson got the rebound. He'll dish it out. The basketball will find Saddiq Bey, and Bey's three-point shot's no good. Another offensive rebound by the Hawks. Sixers cannot get rebounds, and that's a big problem tonight so far. Johnson dribbling around the timeline. They'll swing it around. The ball finds DeJounte Murray, and the flamethrower's able to do what he's been able to do all season long. Just score the basketball and even shoot the three at will. 16-15, Atlanta goes out in front. Melton trying to dribble past his defender, and they'll try to part the Red Sea, but he finishes in traffic and gets the layup to go with the right hand. Not easy, but the Sixers were caught sleeping on the other end. DeJounte Murray couldn't make the layup. Tobias Harris, he got the rebound. He tried to take it coast to coast, and he just dribbles out of bounds. Boy, oh boy, that was a very interesting sequence of events. The Sixers were caught sleeping on the defensive side after DeAnthony Melton made a nice little bank shot, and the Sixers just dodged a bullet there for sure as a wide-open bunny was missed by DeJounte Murray, but it'll be Hawks basketball as we have a timeout on the floor with 6:47 left in the first quarter. That right there was my best opening. That was my best opening this year. That was great. That was really awesome. What's up, young Shizzy? How you doing, my guy? Thanks so much for coming on. Charlie Brown. What about Charlie Brown? Charlie Brown Jr.? He's not with the Sixers now. He's on the Westchester Knicks. Well, it's good, guys. Hopefully you're all doing well. Comment how you are down below and what you've been able to do over these last 2 days or so. I would like to hear that from you guys, for sure. It is 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. Sixers again, they're up 17-16. I never mentioned what jerseys they were wearing, but the Sixers in their regular away uniforms will take a look at it again when we come back from the break. Oh boy. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons. That way you'll know when I go live. We do live play-by-play for Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and Phillies baseball as well. You definitely do not want to miss any sort of content that we do. We are the best play-by-play YouTube channel out there for Philly sports. And if you guys know other people who don't have cable or just want to have another medium of for just listening to any type of a game, this is the right spot. So tell them to come along and just have them become a member of our family too. That would be very awesome. It would work out for them, and it would work out for us. So that would be absolutely great. If you are new to my channel, so the background and the resume is that I am Jason Joseph, of course. I went to school for broadcasting, graduated in 2022, spring of 2022, with a sports communication and media degree, and I've been working on this channel for a little bit over a year now, and have just been doing play-by-play for Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, Eagles football, and we are going to be doing some more Flyers watch parties once the football season is done. Oh, boy. All right, so the Sixers, well, they started off very sloppy. They're actually up by 1. It's 17-16 in Atlanta. The Hawks are just 5-9 at home. Sixers on the road, they're 10-6. And Anthony Melton, who is back with the Sixers, he missed his last 3 games because of a spinal injury. He's picking up right where he left off, averaging about 12 points per game. He's shooting the 3-ball really well. He made a big 3 just before the timeout was called. 6:40 left in the first quarter. Hawks have the basketball. Bogdanovic with a bounce pass to Onyeka Okongwu, and Okongwu was fouled. We do have some substitutions. So Bogdanovic, a guy that the Sixers are also targeting towards the trade deadline, he comes in for Trae Young, and Trent Forrest is the guy that steps in for Jalen Johnson. And Kelly Oubre Jr., of course, coming in for DeAnthony Melton, who will take a seat. Reed does get called for the shooting foul, and the first foul shot is good. Mo Bamba will be replacing Paul Reed because he is in foul trouble right now. That's his second foul that he has committed on the day. Oh, boy. Sup, all? I'm working at the store, so if I don't respond, that's why, says Dark. Thanks so much for coming on, man. Appreciate it. It's 18-17 as the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers are riding the seesaw, so Okongwu does go 2 for 2. Here's Mo Bamba on a little pick and roll, and he'll just hand it off to Kelly Oubre Jr. over towards the near wing. The runner is up, and it's good with the left hand. Good play by Kelly Oubre Jr., just able to put it up with the left hand and finish over traffic. We're just about halfway done the first quarter. Trent Forrest stopping on a dime, and he'll hand it off again to Okongwu. Okongwu trying to find Bogdanovic in the pick and roll. Well, they'll try to just kick it back out to Saddiq Bey, whose three-point shot is no good. So he misses it from the near corner, and maxey grabs the board. Maxey was thinking about isoing. He stops on a dime over at the foul line, and he's fouled by Trent Forrest. Tyrese Maxey putting his defender on skates, and he'll earn the old three-point play over at the line. Oh, my gosh. Listen, you got to slow down, buddy. You got to slow down, my guy. Last time that the Sixers played against the Hawks, Maxey had 30 points and was shooting 50% from 3. He made 4 out of the 8 3-point attempts that he took. And he does make the foul shot, so he does get the conversion that time. 22-18, another dribble handoff by Saddiq Bey to Bogdanovic. Will try to take it to the cup. He gets double teamed. It's swatted away by Mo Bamba. Goes out of bounds, and there's 6 seconds left on the shot clock as the Atlanta Hawks still retain their possession. So the Sixers in their blue uniforms, they have the white letters on the front and the numbers as well on the front and the back. And, well, the Atlanta Hawks, as DeJounte Murray inbounds it, will find Onyeka Okongwu. Okongwu back to Murray. Murray's three-pointer as the shot clock expires is no good. Tyrese Maxey with a rebound, and they'll just hold on to it right here. He goes over towards the far corner, over towards the far wing, I should say, and he'll try to just take it to the cup, but he'll just find Mo Bamba for 3 off the pass, and Mo's 3 is way too strong. Hawks in their white, yellow, and red uniforms with the red letters and the numbers on both the front and the back. Bogdanovic lets it fly. Tobias Harris climbs the ladder and comes down the chimney with that board. He's at the top of the key as he dribbles it inside, and they'll try to take it right to the cup. Mo Bamba trying to finish it as he gobbles it up and he puts it down the hatch. 24-18, Sixers up by 6. 4:40 left in the first quarter. And here comes Murray. Murray's 2 is no good. Another rebound by Okongwu. He'll find Saddiq Bey, and Bey is fouled as he makes the layup, and he'll go back to the line to try to earn 1 more point. It's 24-20 with 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter as we are on our way in Atlanta. Bruno Fernando will step in for Okongwu, who just came up with a very big rebound. And Patrick Beverley will be the substitution for Nick Batum, as he'll take a very quick breather. The second foul shot is good, and it's a 3-point lead now for the Sixers. The Sixers won both their matches against the Atlanta Hawks. And here's Tyrese Maxey, who steps and tries to shoot it, and he can't get it. Trent Forrest is the one that gets the rebound. Forrest on the other end trying to go coast to coast. Tries to get Maxey on a little ISO move, and he gets his way. Trent Forrest, a guy that's been very good shooting the basketball for the Atlanta Hawks. He's 25 years old from Florida State. Bamba trying to find Tobias Harris. Harris gets double-teamed. The pass is tipped, but Coley Oubre Jr. finds it. Oubre Jr.'s shot is up, and he can't hit it. It was a little short, and Forrest Jr. is the one that grabs another rebound over Mo Bamba. Bamba trying to play defense on the other side, then he gets called for the shooting foul. He does get called for the shooting foul, and Bruno Fernando will try to earn his 2 points at the line. The Hawks are also in the bonus, and the Sixers are over the foul limit. If you are just tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm right here, Mike Green. I don't know where you are, but you have to fast forward it, my guy. You got to fast forward it, dude. All right, so the first foul shot is good. So, and Fernando's able to convert on that shot. You got to fast forward it. Marcus Morris Sr. will also sub in for Tobias Harris. And Jalen Johnson comes in for Sadiq Bey. Patty Mills will also be out there for DeJounte Murray, and Trae Young comes back in for Trent Forrest. Fernando just goes 1 for 2 from the charity stripe as Bamba is able to grab the board, and he hands it off to Maxey. Maxey does get past half court. He'll try to back up, dribble around the timeline. He'll try to take it to the lane, and Bojan Bogdanovic sticks his hand into the cookie jar. He'll solo it on the other side as he does get the steal and finishes with the pick six. 26-24 for the Atlanta Hawks, and Nick Nurse wants a timeout called, and he gets granted his wish. With 3:27 remaining in the first quarter, Sixers down by 2, 26-24 at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. I dropped my phone a month ago. I think that's got to be it. If you just if you're watching this on your phone, you should be able to slide like what is like a little red marker, and you should be able to scroll through it and see if it's live. You can also, if you double tap the phone on the right side of the phone, if you just double tap, it should fast forward about 10 seconds into it, and if you just keep pressing that, it'll take you probably to the live. So that's probably how you should do it. Hope that makes sense, though. Mike, Katie, JJ, what's going on, Hardcore for All? How you doing, man? How are you all doing? Now, again, do your thing. You got to hit the thumbs up button, man. Hit that thumbs up button. We got 26 lovely people on here watching. We just started 38 minutes ago. And we are fastening our seatbelts for another Sixers game as they have played 35 games on the season so far. This is Joel Embiid. This is his 9th game that he has missed this season, so he needs to – hopefully he can try to still be in the MVP voting, because if he misses – off the top of my head, I can't remember how many specifically, but if he misses a certain amount of games, I think it's 17 games, but don't quote me on that, he is disqualified from the MVP voting. We got 14 likes, 25 people watching. That means 11 of you have not hit that thumbs up button or subscribe to the channel. Thanks, my bro. Of course, man. No problem. No problem. JJ, we need to make a trade for a big man. What do you think? I disagree with that. I think that we could try to get a big man in the buyout market. I would rather try to get a backup guard or a combo guard with Tyrese Maxey. I would ideally like DeAnthony Melton to come off the bench. I think that he can provide a really big spark, but Patrick Beverley, with all due respect, and he's been a very great addition for the Sixers, but in the playoffs, you can't trust him to just be that combo guard with Tyrese Maxey and go out there and give you 25 solid minutes. But those are my thoughts. Maybe they could try to get a center in the buyout market, but as a backup. But in this case, if Joel Embiid doesn't play, you're not going to win a playoff series. It's going to be really, really hard to do that. Here's Mo Bamba. He's averaged about 8 minutes per game and just less than 4 points this season, but he's been getting a lot of time filling in as the backup to the backup center. He's 25 years old. He went to Texas College. This is now his 6th year in the NBA. He was drafted as the Magic 6th overall pick back in 2018. So the Hawks, they're in the bonus. The Sixers have the basketball, though. They trail 26-24. Dribble handoffs from Kelly Oubre Jr. and Patrick Beverley. Tyrese Maxey trying to find Kelly Oubre Jr. It's swatted away and intercepted by Bogdan Bogdanovic. Onyeka Okongwu trying to go back up with it, and there's a foul on the other end as Tyrese Maxey. So Maxey had a really bad pass to Bogdan Bogdanovic, who was able to just swipe it away and come up with it into his hands, and he was out in transition, and Bruno Fernando, I beg your pardon, is the one that got fouled after he got the rebound. So Bruno Fernando at the line. Sixers down by 2. It's 26-24. Fernando's first foul shot is way too strong, and they'll try to earn one more at the line and make it a 3-point lead for the Atlanta Hawks. Grant Hill is in the building tonight. Oh, man, what's he eating? Is he having some popcorn? Is that what that is? Looks pretty fresh. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's wearing a very fancy suit. It looks like it's plaid with a light blue button-down shirt. Second foul shot is no good, as Bruno Fernando is 0 for 2 from the line. The Sixers do grab the rebound. It was Marcus Morris Sr., who just got honored today. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Pass all the way to Kelly Oubre Jr. for 3, and he can't make it. Patrick Beverley does get the offensive rebound, and he'll just back it up. He'll be over at the far wing trying to take it now down the lane over Bruno Fernando. The runner is up and good by Patrick Beverley. Not so easy. A guard that's able to do that over a setter and just get the little teardrop floater to go. 2.5 minutes left remaining in the first. Young at the top of the perimeter thinks he gets fouled by Jaden Springer. He wanted the call, and Trae Young just hits the 2. The whistles do remain silent, however, and Quinn Snyder puts his hands up. Patrick Beverley on the other end will be taking it over towards the right side. He bounces it back out to Marcus Morris Sr. for 3. Tried to bank it in, couldn't do so. KJ Martin trying to get the rebound, but it lands into the hands of Jalen Johnson. Johnson trying to find a rolling Bogdan Bogdanovic right down the lane, and he gets the 2 to go with the left hand. Beautiful English by Bogdan Bogdanovic. Oubre Jr. at the top of the perimeter with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll try to take it right past the trees, and he's fouled. He is fouled. He did lose the basketball over towards the baseline, but Kelly Oubre Jr. being very aggressive, and that's the thing that's been very positive for the Sixers over his last 4 games or so. He's been very aggressive and has been able to just make his way over towards that line. And the Sixers, when you're without Joel Embiid, you're going to have to get your free throws somehow, some way. This is a guy who had 24 points in his last game against the Jazz and was 8 for 18 from the field and had 4 rebounds and 4 assists as well. The first foul shot, he misses it as he clanked it off the top of the back of the rim. So the Sixers both teams not really shooting well from the line so far. We have a whistle, and I can't seem to understand who it's on. So Oubre Jr. with the second foul shot is good. It's nothing but net. He hits it, and it's 30-27 Atlanta. Hawks doing a good job at just making their shots. Trae Young at the logo, being guarded by Jaden Springer. The Hawks on a 12-3 run. He'll bounce it to Bogdan Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic trying to go down the lane with the right hand. And Marcus Morris Sr., great contest. And Fernando gets the rebound. It's intercepted, though, by Jaden Springer. Springer back to KJ Martin. And Martin trying to find Springer again. It goes out of bounds, though, off the fingertips of Jaden Springer. KJ Martin, his pass was way too sharp, and there was some miscommunication on the offensive side out in transition. Trae Young with the basketball now as he tries to go up with the right hand, and he gets fouled out over towards the offensive side by KJ Martin, and he will head to the line for more foul shots. The Hawks, they did lose their last game to the Orlando Magic. They lost 117-110. And the guy that's going to the line right now, he had 31 points in that game, 9 assists as well, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 turnovers, and shot very poorly from 3, just 2 for 9. 2 for 9 from downtown. He does, however, hit the first foul shot. It's 31-27, so that's the first foul on KJ Martin. The Hawks tonight, they're shooting just 20% from 3. The Sixers have made 3 out of 7 threes, and they're shooting 43%. But the difference so far has just been the free throws, as the Hawks are 8 for 11 and the Sixers are 4 for 6. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. The second foul shot was good. Patrick Beverley over at the Sixers foul line. He'll dribble it out towards the top of the key. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll find Marcus Morris Sr. inside, and he gets fouled. We have another whistle. And we do have another whistle. I can't tell who the foul is on just yet. There were about 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and now both teams are in the bonus. Both teams are in the bonus. And that'll make it more free throws for Marcus Morris Sr. I wanted to talk a little bit about Marcus Morris Sr. because today he was honored at 2 o'clock as he does make the first foul shot. And it was a beautiful article written by Keith Pompey from the Philadelphia Inquirer, but he talked about how he was honored today at 2 o'clock at City Hall on Thursday for being one of the city's native sons. That he will be honored tomorrow. I'm so sorry. But yes, he will be honored tomorrow at 2 o'clock at City Hall. And this is a guy who's been very positive, or a big positive off the bench for the Sixers. He does hit the second foul shot. Trae Young's runner on the other side is no good, and they'll try to volleyball it. And I couldn't tell who it was, but a Sixer actually did tip it in. And that's unfortunate. The points will go to Bruno Fernando. I believe that KJ Martin is the one that tipped it in accidentally for the Sixers. It's 34-29, 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Sixers trying to go for a 2-for-1, 30 seconds left. Patrick Beverley has the basketball. He stops on a dime. He tries to work around a couple of defenders, and he's fouled. Good job by Beverley not picking up his pivot foot. He tried to pivot towards the right, pivot towards the left, and he had 3 defenders on him, and Bruno Fernando not able to just stay on him, as he got caught looking on skates, and Beverley will earn his 2 points over at the free throw line. How are you guys doing, man? How are you guys doing? The chat's really quiet so far. 27.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Beverley does hit his first foul shot. A guy that's averaging 5 points per game. Just less than 3 rebounds and about 2.5 assists, too. He'll always be remembered for the game that he had against the Boston Celtics when the Sixers were undermanned and were missing a lot of starters, and the Sixers were able to get a big moral victory that night. They did lose to the Celtics, but they kept it very close, and Patrick Beverley was a main reason why. He does hit the second foul shot. Trae Young on the other side almost lost his dribble. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Bogdanovic trying to find Bruno Fernando, and Fernando's shot's up, no good. 1 second left on the shot clock. They have to get a shot off, and the shot clock violation is called. Good defense by the Sixers as they lock all windows and doors on the defensive side, and Quinn Snyder not so happy about that. 3.7 seconds left on the game clock as the shot clock has expired, and it's unplugged now. The Sixers will have Tobias Harris come back in for KJ Martin. Marcus Morris Sr. will be the inbounder from the Hawks near sideline, and Patrick Beverley and Tyrese Maxey are there in the backcourt, but Beverley will be subbed out for DeAnthony Melton. They have not put it in play just yet. Both teams are in the bonus, and the Sixers got to get a shot off very quickly here. They're just down by 3. Morris Sr. tries to find Maxey. Maxey gets past half court. Maxey from the near wing lets it fly out in transition, and he can't hit it. As the buzzer does sound, that would have tied the game, but Tyrese Maxey not able to hit that three-pointer, and the Sixers go into quarter number 2, down by 3, 34-31 in Atlanta. I'm doing good, bro. I'm just hyped up. No Tobias, man. Bench him. No Tobias. That's what my man Jose says. But you and I do both know that if the Sixers do keep him, that they're going to have to play him. And that they are going to play him. So, that's how it is. This is a very good opening half. Please tell your friends about this channel, man. Algo Gang, do your thing. I don't like to just toot my own horn, guys. I don't like to just give myself a lot of praise, but this is the new game, guys. We are literally starting something that has not been done before, and this is how it's going to be in about less than 5 years. Streaming services are going to take over, and this is how people are going to have to listen to their radio play-by-play, and maybe even their TV play-by-play too. So, we wanted to try to get on this as early as possible, and there's nothing I have not found a play-by-play cast like this that's just old traditional style, and that's why we want to try to get as many people on here as possible. I am thinking, and I haven't decided fully yet, but I am thinking because the Saturday night football game is on Peacock, I am thinking about doing it just because of that reason. Now, that would put a little bit more pressure on me because I would have to learn more about the Kansas City Chiefs, and I don't know if I'd be willing to do it, and I'd have to be very realistic with myself, but I am thinking about it, and I think it would be a very good thing for our audience for sure, because this would definitely help the channel, and we can get more football fans involved, and that's something I think about from a marketing standpoint. But let me know what your thoughts are about that. Do you think that we should do it? Let us know down below. And if you do honestly find another play-by-play caster like this, like even if it's not just for Philly sports, if it's for other sports, please let me know about it. Let me know about it because I've been dying to try to find somebody that does it like us. I really have. 29 people on here, only 16 likes. That means 13 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. What are you all waiting for? 34-31 as the Hawks and the Sixers start off the second quarter. The Anthony Melton will take a seat. Patrick Beverley comes in for Tobias Harris, and KJ Martin will be the substitute for DeAnthony Melton. Also, Tyrese Maxey is on the bench, and Jaden Springer is his replacement right now. Sixers have the basketball. Kelly Oubre Jr. trying to take it over towards the left side of the lane. He wanted a whistle, and he couldn't finish it. And Jalen Johnson on the other end. Outlet pass all the way to Bodan Bogdanovic, who hits the near wing three and gets a bullseye. They're actually going to call it a 2 and say that his foot was just on the line. Oh, I'm sure review that. But right now it's 36-31 as we're 30 seconds underway in the second frame. Beverley with a little baby hook. I thought he was maybe going to pass it to somebody, but it just went in, and Patrick Beverley with a beautiful shot. Bodan Bogdanovic again with a triple, and Patrick Beverley gets the rebound. Almost intercepted, though, by Bogdanovic. It does go out of bounds, and it will be 76ers basketball as Beverley does take a tumble to the hardwood as he got hit by Bodan Bogdanovic, and he'll get back up. Smash that thumbs up button. JJ's better than Toby. Thank you. Appreciate that. 11-10 left in the second quarter. Oubre Jr. trying to find Morris Sr. for a near wing three, and he connects. A tie game at 36 apiece. 11 minutes to go in this opening half. Sixers continue to shoot the three ball very well. Just under 50%. The Hawks are just 1 for 6 from downtown. The Bogdanovic three was the first one. Trae Young gets it from Patty Mills. He's on the far quarter. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll try to go up against Jaden Springer for a three, and he airballs it. He goes down to the hardwood. 5-on-4 basketball for the Sixers. Beverley to Morris Sr., who shoots it out in rhythm and puts it up and in. Marcus Morris Sr. with 6 straight points from downtown. And the Sixers do take the lead 39-36. He's just caught lightning in a bottle. Trae Young again with a prayer. He puts it up, and he misses that one, too. He thought he was fouled. And Patrick Beverley comes up with his rebound. Beverley trying to find the hot hand, and Morris Sr.'s three is up, and he's human. He's human that time. Bodan Bogdanovic comes up with the rebound. Here's Jalen Johnson, who almost got the ball pickpocketed. Bogdanovic with the outlet pass. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Bogdanovic trying to find Jalen Johnson on the pick and roll inside the lane, and he's fouled by Jaden Springer. He will head back to the line to try to earn one more point and retie this baby up at 39 apiece potentially. But Patrick Beverley just finding Marcus Morris Sr. with the Midas hand for the Sixers, who He's actually scored their last 6 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. And here's Johnson for the tie. It's up and in. We're locked in at 39 apiece, and there's 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Kelly Oubre Jr. left wide open for a three at the top of the key, and he can't hit it. It just bounces off the front of the rim and does not get the friendly roll. Young, ISO, trying to take on Patrick Beverly. He'll try to take it right to the lane. He puts it up and in, but I don't think that they're going to count the bucket. I believe that they're just going to say it was a foul on the floor by Patrick Beverly, and that's what it looks like. Bruno Fernando and Patty Mills, Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, and Bojan Bogdanovic. They're all out there for the Hawks and for the Sixers as DeAnthony Melton subs back in for Kelly Oubre Jr. Tobias Harris will come in for Patrick Beverly, and KJ Martin will take a seat as Tyrese Maxey will be his replacement. So it's Maxey, Harris, Melton, Morris Sr., and Springer all out there for the Sixers. And now Forrest, Johnson, Young, Fernando, and Bogdanovic come out for the Atlanta Hawks. That's the 5 that they decide to go with. Young does get the inbound from the far sideline. He's at the logo, being guarded by Springer again. Young trying to get some sort of daylight, and he airballs a layup. Good job again by the Sixers on the defensive side. Jaden Springer has been locked up on him. Tyrese Maxey did take a trip to the deck, but he seems to be okay. Bruno Fernando gets called for the foul. Melton will inbound it from the far sideline in the Atlanta Hawks territory. But man, oh man, Jaden Springer has just been doing such a great job on defense over Trae Young, and a lot of air balls for him so far. Maxey almost picked up his pivot foot as he takes it to the top of the key. He'll find Melton for one more, and the 3 is up, and it goes in and out again. And Young grabs the board. That's Trae Young's 3rd rebound. It's actually his 1st rebound, of the day. I was looking at the amount of assists, and now he has 4 points and 4 assists and 1 rebound. Here's Jalen Johnson as he tries to pick and roll towards the lane, and Trae Young gets his 5th dish of the game. 41-39, Atlanta goes back out in front. Tobias Harris over towards the near elbow, trying to bat down Bojan Bogdanovic, and here comes a shot, a pull-up jumper, and he hits it. He gets the friendly roll, the soft touch for Tobias Harris. 41-41, 8.5 minutes to go in the opening half as the Sixers are in Atlanta. No Joel Embiid, no Robert Covington, and the Atlanta Hawks are without 5 of their players too. Trae Young with a bounce pass, and it's intercepted by Tyrese Maxey. It was supposed to go to Jalen Johnson. Maxey with a drop-off pass to Tobias Harris, and he puts it in! What a play by Tyrese Maxey out in transition. It was a 2-on-1. Jalen Johnson tried to go for the steal, and Tyrese Maxey with a no-look bounce pass to Tobias Harris, who got it up and in with the right hand. A timeout called by Quinn Snyder. With 8:14 left in the second quarter, it's 43-41 in Atlanta. Sixers have a 2-point advantage. What's that, 8:19 p.m.? That's 43-41. I got to cut that. What a play by Maxey, man. That was beautiful. Springer has heart, no fear. Bro, his defense is just locked down tonight over Trae Young. Trae Young tonight is 1 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. And again, in his last game, you know he's going to put up a lot of threes, but he was 2 for 9 from the three-point line and has just been absolutely horrific from 3 tonight, especially 2. But give Jaden Springer a lot of credit, man. He's been staying on him as his defender and has been sort of like a tag, just somebody that's just been so attached to him that you just can't get him off. He's sort of like glue, if you will. Take another sip of water. 25 people on here watching, and we need 9 more of you to hit that thumbs up button in order for us to get to 25. We're actually at 19, so scratch that. 6 more of you have to do it. 6 more of you have got to do it. All right. Let's put this up. There we go. like a fly on you, no matter what, trying to get banned. He is like a fly. Yep. Trying to shoo him away. I like that one. I like that analogy a lot. 22 lovely people on here watching. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button too, guys. But Tyrese Maxey, just the beautiful dish to Tobias Harris out in transition as Maxey got the steal off of the bad pass by Trae Young, and he just was able to snipe it away from him and just made a beautiful selfless pass, I should say. The Sixers have been, well, so far, the storyline tonight, besides no Embiid and no Covington, is that they've been very well balanced in regards to the scoring department. Morris Sr. has 8 points, Harris is 7, and Tyrese Maxey is 6. And Anthony Melton is 5 as well. Jaden Springer, the only guy out there for the Sixers who does not have a point on the board. Here's the Hawks on the other end. Onyeka Okongwu will step in for Trae Young. Jalen Johnson will also take a seat, and his replacement will be DeJounte Murray. Saddiq Bey is the third guy that comes in for Bruno Fernando. And we do have a foul, immediate foul by the Sixers. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Actually, the ball just went out of bounds, and it was not a foul. Bojan Bogdanovic trying to back up his defender. He'll try to find DeJounte Murray. Murray trying to find Bojan Bogdanovic. He loses it, and it goes out of bounds towards the Hawks baseline, and it'll be 76ers basketball. He could not hang on to the basketball. D'Anthony Melton, got to give credit to him, and Jaden Springer as well for just deflecting it off of his left knee. Morris Sr. gets the basketball, and he'll bounce pass it to Tobias Harris over on the far elbow. 1 jab step, 2 jab steps. He'll try to bat down his defender, a pull-up jumper, and he gets the rainbow shot to go. Bullseye from Toby. 7.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Sixers have a 4-point advantage. Trent Forrest trying to hand it off to DeJounte Murray. Murray, he'll use the binoculars and find Bojan Bogdanovic for 3, and his three-pointer's too strong. Tyrese Maxey's the one that grabs his miss. Maxey, the Morris Sr. Morris Sr. back to Maxey. The two-man game is up, and Marcus Morris Sr. finishes it with the 3. He is 3 for 4 from downtown as Paul Reed in celebration mode over on the bench. 48-41. He's hit half of the Sixers' 3s so far. Bojan Bogdanovic gets it in the lane, puts it up and in, and he's fouled as well by Jaden Springer. Got the right-handed baby hook to fall. And again, the Sixers, they're not really doing a good job of just guarding the passing lanes because it just seems like that the Hawks are able to get a lot of their points in the paint. And they've been doing a good job at guarding the perimeter for sure, but they got to try to just get back on defense into the paint and not be lackadaisical in that department. Here we go. Second, the foul shot is no good. As Bojan Bogdanovic, it's rare for him to miss, but he does so. He does. He has 8 points, 1 rebound, and 1 dime tonight. Here's D'Anthony Melton shooting it at the top of the circle behind the foul line. He misses it, hits the front of the rim. DeJounte Murray with his miss. He hits it past half court, dribbles it with the left hand, back to the right now, back to the left as he takes it right into the lane and knifes his way through to get a big 2 in traffic. And that'll cut the deficit to 3 for Atlanta. Maxey to Harris. Harris back to Maxey over at the top of the key. He'll try to take it right over towards the right side of the lane. Puts it up, can't finish it. Batum, he can't finish it either. But the Sixers still hang on to it. Marcus Morris Sr. gets the rebound. He puts it up and in with the beautiful jumper. It was off the dribble. It was a high arcing jumper just from the far corner. 50-45. Again, the Sixers get caught sleeping on the other end in defensive mode as they let up an easy bucket. And it's 50-47 as the Atlanta Hawks answer back with a layup of their own. It didn't take them 3 tries, though. It just took them 1. Tobias Harris being all guarded by Saddiq Bey, who was just on him like a tag. And here's Maxey, who steps back, pulls up from outer space, and he's human. Another board that will go to DeJounte Murray, who has 3 tonight and 7 points. Here's Bay, the former Detroit Piston, taking on Tobias Harris. Another dribble handoff to Onika Okongwu. Okongwu back to Sadiq Bey. Bey pivots, and he'll try to pass it out to Bodan Bogdanovic with the shot clock expiring. And the three-point shot from about 30 feet or so is no good, and another offensive rebound for Atlanta. DeJounte Murray. He gets called for a travel. I didn't see him pick up a pivot foot at all whatsoever, but there was a ref over towards the far sideline that said that he did pick up his pivot foot and that he took about 3 steps, and it was not that was not appropriate. And the Sixers will have it back with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Trae Young will come back in for Bodan Bogdanovic, and Jalen Johnson will also sub back in for Trent Forrest. So it was just a discontinued double dribble. Here's Maxey, who gets the inbound. He'll find Tobias Harris. Harris thought about taking the 3, but he'll back up over towards the logo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He's over towards the far wing, over at the three-point line. What's he going to do? He'll take it over towards the far corner, and the shot is up. No, DeAnthony Melton gets a clutch rebound. He finds Morris Sr. again for a triple, and he can't hit what would have been his 4th 3. He's now 3 for 5 from downtown. Another board for the Atlanta Hawks. It's DeJounte Murray. Murray tries to take it to the lane, and he'll find Trae Young. Young swings it back out to Murray for a top-of-the-key 3, and that ties the game up at 50 apiece. 4:15 left in the second quarter. He had a wide-open 3 with nobody on him. Maxey trying to just take it right to the cup, and he's fouled by Murray. Murray hit him and swiped him right on the right elbow. And Tyrese Maxey will try to put the Sixers back out in front as he makes his way towards the charity stripe. But on the other end, the Sixers, again, just could not close out. It was a lot of the shots that they've been allowing have just been in the paint. This time it was a three-pointer, but even so, just a lot of wide-open space for DeJounte Murray, and that was his second 3 that he's hit in 3 attempts. The Sixers are getting out-rebounded tonight, as Tyrese Maxey does hit the first foul shot. Even though it seems, statistically speaking, the Hawks do have 22 rebounds and the Sixers have 21. It just seems like that the Hawks are getting more of the loose balls to go their way. 7 offensive rebounds for them and 15 defensive rebounds, and Tyrese Maxey does put the Sixers up by 2. 8 points for him, 3 boards, as he hits both of his foul shots. There's Trae Young on the other end. He'll take it towards the near corner, puts up a 3 over Nick Batum. It's wide right, and Paul Reed stays put and catches the board. He'll hand it off to Maxey, who gets past half court. A little give and go to Paul Reed, and Reed's finish is good as gold with the left hand. Another assist. That's now 4 apples today for Tyrese. 3:40 left in the second quarter. The pass goes from wing to wing from Johnson to Sadiq Bey. Bey takes it right to the cup and gets it to fall with the right hand. It's a 2-point deficit for Atlanta. 3:30 left in the second quarter. Harris on the other end will try to bounce pass it to Nick Batum. Batum hands it off, and he gets called for an illegal screen as Jalen Johnson falls flat on his back. He knocked him or nudged him a little bit with that right shoulder, and it's now Hawks basketball. Boy, oh boy, they just keep cutting to these replays as soon as the clock starts again. That's really annoying me tonight. 3:20 left in the second quarter. The Hawks could go up by 1 with a 3 or tie it back with a 2. Trae Young getting a lot of attention as he gets double-teamed. He'll hand it off to Murray. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Murray steps into rhythm, puts up a 3, and he hits it. Oh, my goodness. That was a beautiful shot as Kelly Oubre Jr. was in his face, and I think he flopped a little bit, but nonetheless, what a shot. Oubre Jr. trying to answer back with a triple of his own, and Johnson gets the board. Outlet pass to Sadiq Bey. Bey almost lost it. It deflects back into Johnson's hands. Here's Young for a triple, and he connects on the far wing, and he is able to give credit where credit's due off the beautiful assist by Jalen Johnson. Another timeout called by the Sixers. It's their first of the quarter, the second of the half. They're down by 4. It's 58-54. Momentum swinging into Atlanta's direction. We can't get any boards, says Jose. 2-2, Flyers tied it up, says Mike Green. Yep, I have the scoreboard up here, man. I don't know if you pay attention, but I do have the scoreboard up here. If you look at the screen, you should see it on the bottom right. right below NHL scores. I do have the scores up there too. I just wanted to let you guys know because sometimes it's easy for us to lose track because we're not really a visual medium, even though we try to make it more visual. And eventually, I do want to have I would love to have a production team. I could really do more on the production side for myself, but it's a lot of work. But the point being is that we do have the scoreboards up. So if you forget that we are visual, and if you're on your phone or another device, or if you're doing something, you can always look back over here too. That's the point. All right, 26 people on here. Here's a question for you all. So, you didn't. I want to look at the poll question. So, my poll question that I wanted to ask you guys today. Okay, so you're starting five. This is just a scenario that I made up. Okay, we're going into the playoffs. We have the roster constructed the way that it is. All right. Your starting five is Tyrese Maxey, DeAnthony Melton, Kelly Oubre Jr., Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. We all know, and for those of you that don't know, I guess we all don't know if you are new and you were just tuning in for the first time, but if you have not really been following basketball, a lot of times what happens is that during the playoffs, these lineups shrink to a 9-man rotation instead of just having 13 people on the roster, or 14 on the roster. It just shrinks down to 9. So you have your 5 starters, and you have 4 guys coming off the bench. How would your 6, 7, 8, and 9th players coming off the bench, who would they be? So 31% of you have said Batum, Reed, Morris, and Beverly would be in your 9-man rotation. 31% of you also said Reed, Beverly, Batum, and Rocco. So that's 62% of you. And then you have, nobody said Springer, Beverly, Reed, and Rocco. But then D was Morris, Batum, Rocco, and Beverly. And 38% of you have said that. So I guess that 38% of you are not fans of Paul Reed. Interesting. 58-54, 2.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. I know that your ads are bad. I'm putting that out there. I'm not just saying it for you. I'm saying it for others though too. 2.5 minutes left here in this second quarter. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Sixers have it. Paul Reed tries to take a near corner 3, and it's just a little bit towards the left side of the rim. It's off the mark, and another board goes to Atlanta. Johnson with the boards. Trae Young almost loses it as he takes it over towards the State Farm Arena sign. Now will try to get past Nick Batum. A drop-off pass inside. That's swapped and swiped away by Paul Reed. Reed trying to take it from coast to coast. The left-handed layup is no good, and Saddiq Bey boxes him out and grabs his miss. 1:55 to go. Outlet pass to Jalen Johnson. Johnson trying to get past Maxey. That's a big mismatch there as DeJounte Murray tries to put it up and in, and he can't do so. Volleyballed back to the Sixers. Maxey out in transition, almost threw it away. There's Tobias Harris over on the near corner. He's at the three-point line. He'll take on Jalen Johnson. He'll try to take him to SEPTA. The right-handed layup, it goes in and out as the basketball gods do say no. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the opening half. Johnson stops on a dime, tries to put it up with the right hand. No. Saddiq Bey puts it back up, and Paul Reed denies him. 4-on-4 offense here. Harris for 3. Oh, he's fouled. He's fouled from beyond the arc. I didn't see a lot of contact initially, but he was nowhere near close from hitting the rim, and he will head to the line to shoot not 1, not 2, but 3 free throws. Good job on the defensive side of the basketball by Paul Reed. He was able to get the block on Saddiq Bey's putback. And Okongwu was the one that fouls Harris. The first foul shot on the first attempt is good as gold for Toby. 58-55. Tobias Harris with 10 points tonight, 2 rebounds, and he's 4 for 9 shooting-wise today. It's 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time. He does hit the second free throw, too, and cuts the deficit to 2. The Sixers, who are without Joel Embiid tonight, they are 2-6 on the season without the big man and are 21-6 with him. They have also averaged 111 points per game without him and 122, of course, with him, and that makes a lot of sense. Actually, it's a testament, even when they're playing without him, that they're actually shooting pretty well overall. So Harris does hit the next free throw. He goes 3 for 3 from the line. Trae Young gets it. It's intercepted, though, on the other side by Kelly Oubre Jr. Oubre Jr. with a pass that goes way too far, out of reach for Tobias Harris, and another turnover by the Sixers. So Onyeka Okongwu had a really bad pass to Kelly Oubre Jr., and he was able to steal it and intercept it, and Young's shot before that was off the mark. Here we go. DeJounte Murray trying to hand it off to Saddiq Bey. Bey tries to go up with it. It's swatted away by Kelly Oubre Jr. However, we do have another whistle, and it'll go against the Sixers. Both teams not over the foul limit just yet. The Sixers have committed 4 fouls, and so have the Hawks. There's 54.7 seconds remaining in a 58-57 score for Atlanta. Bey does not hit the first foul shot. Bounced off the front of the iron. And they'll just try to put the Hawks up by 2. Minnesota up 79-77 in Boston with 3:13 remaining in the third quarter. The second foul shot is good, though. This time around, he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Sixers could tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Tyrese Maxey having a staring contest with DeJounte Murray. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He has to try to get going. He's still over at the logo. 8 seconds left. A screen comes by Mo Bamba. He goes over towards the left side. Maxey dishes it out to Batum for a wide open 3. Yes! That was from the top of the key. Sixers lead it by 1. 60-59. Trae Young not wasting any time. He'll try to pass it, but he gets called for a travel. He picked up his pivot foot, and again, Kelly Oubre Jr. just stayed on him and was able to cause that turnover. That's now, I believe, the 5th turnover by Trae Young. I have to make sure that I fact-check that, and I will do so in just a little bit. But the Sixers get the ball back, and we do have a transition foul. A transition or, nope, it's a technical foul for a delay. And Maxey does hit the foul shot. Don't know yet who the technical foul was on. They're showing Quinn Snyder, so I do assume that it's on him. Hopefully we'll get confirmation from ESPN in just a few seconds. The Sixers have a 2-point advantage as they lead it 61-59 in Atlanta against the Hawks. And another foul shot's coming by Tyrese Maxey as he hits that one too. So that was on Trae Young. Young got called for the technical, and I guess Quinn Snyder's the one that got called for the first one. 62-59, and the Sixers do get the ball back too. There's 3 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Tyrese Maxey has it. He gets past half court. It will be guarded by DeJounte Murray. A screen comes by Mo Bamba. He does use it. And Maxey will try to take it right to the cup with the right hand. He can't finish it in traffic. Jalen Johnson gets the rebound. It's deflected and stolen away by Bamba, and he throws it down for 2. 64-59. Great defense leading to easy offense. On the other end, though, the Hawks do get a layup. 0.4 seconds left. Here's a prayer that's up, and Mo Bamba, does he hit it? He does. Does the shot count? I don't think so. What a pass out in transition as the Sixers had to inbound it with 0.4 seconds left as the clock was expiring, and I couldn't tell who it was that was the inbounder, but it was Jalen Hurts, or just a beautiful quarterback type of a throw. And Bamba, did he get it off in time? I don't think so. But that would have been absolutely huge as he runs right through the tunnel and goes to the locker room. They're going to say it's 64-61 for Philadelphia. Okongwu is the one that hit the layup out in transition on the Trae Young assist. He had a nice little full court pass too. So we go into halftime. Sixers are up by 3 as they lead at 64-61 tonight in Atlanta. Both teams playing in their 36th game of the season. And we'll be right back in just a few moments. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. Great F, JJ. I'll be back later after halftime, says Dark. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Mike Green says my eyes are bad, but I can't see. Lol, I listen to you and don't pay attention to the board. It's all good. I'm just putting that out there for other people, my guy. Like, it's not just for you. We do have a scoreboard up here too. It's probably easier if you watch it on the desktop. I can't make it bigger than I already have it, so I do apologize. But all right, we'll be right back. See you very, very soon. 76ers basketball is back on here with play-by-play with JJ. So this is Jason Joseph. My name is Jason Joseph. This is play-by-play with JJ as I was trying to get my thoughts together. But we're back in action. Sixers have a 3-point lead in Atlanta. They do lead at 64-61. They are actually able to outscore the Hawks in that second quarter, 33-27. And really, I mean, this team, for a little bit of the game, they were struggling from just guarding the passing lanes, and they gave up a lot of points in the paint to the Atlanta Hawks. But, I mean, just some easy dunks and those types of things. But there's a couple things that have stood out to me so far in this game. First of all, Jaden Springer's defense on Trae Young has been absolutely magnificent. He's 2 for 9 from the field, Trae Young, that is. He has 7 points. He does have 8 assists, but he's 1 for 4 from 3. And a lot of the shots that he's been taking, I mean, it's just, he's been airballing a lot of them. So that's really not been a good thing for him. And after actually talking about it on NBC Sports Philadelphia, too, which is really wild. But offensively, the Sixers leading the way in the scoring department is Tobias Harris. He has 12 points. He's 4 for 9 from the field. He made his 3 as well, and just his 2 rebounds. That's been the unfortunate part about the game for the Sixers, is that they have not been able to get as many rebounds as they should. And again, there's no Clint Capella tonight, and the Hawks are without 6 of their without 6 of their players. Sorry about that, but you want to try to just make sure that you go out there in the second half and just take care of business in regards to the rebounding department. It's all about effort. It's all about effort. All you got to do is just be able to out-physical your opponent and be able to just box them out. And sometimes tips aren't going to go your way, and there have been a couple of times where that did happen for the Sixers, but a lot of the times they just have not been able to play up to their standards from the rebounding side of stuff. And maybe that will change in the second half. That would be nice. And they just got to continue to shoot the ball really well, too. In the last game that they played, the Sixers actually shot 18% from 3, and that was against the Utah Jazz. But so far in this game, it's been a very different story. They're just shooting 37% from 3. They actually started off really, really hot, and Marcus Morris Sr. has been a main reason why that they've been able to make a lot of their threes, because he's made over half of them. He has 4 threes so far today. He's 4 for 7 from the field and has 13 points. He's actually leading the way for the Sixers in the scoring department, and Tobias Harris does have 12. But it's been a very balanced game scoring-wise for the Sixers, and again, that's just a testament to how the ball is just finding the open man, and they're just doing a good job at just dictating the tempo and just able to get everybody involved. Tyrese Maxey does have 10 points, and, well, he's 1 for 3 today from 3. If we take a look so far over his last 4 games, it's been a little bit of a downfall from 3 for him. He was 1 for 8 against Utah. He was 1 for 7 against the New York Knicks. He did shoot 4 for 7 from beyond the arc against the Chicago Bulls, but even in the game before that against the Bulls to end the 2023 year, he was just 2 for 8 from downtown. And in the game before that against the Houston Rockets, he was 2 for 9. So his three-point shooting so far in the month of January has just been 27%. This is a guy who shot 36% from 3 in December, but we all know that he's a much better three-point shooter than what his numbers have been showing as of recently. But he did have a big 3 earlier in the game, and that was nice to see, and hopefully he just continues to keep his foot off or on the gas pedal too. I want to take a look at some scores. All right, so the Minnesota Timberwolves, as we take a look around the rest of the NBA landscape, the Timberwolves have a 85-79 lead in Boston, so that's a very good game so far. It's 85-79 as the fourth quarter is underway. Sacramento in Charlotte, it's 100-80 as the Kings actually just scored another point, so it's 101-80 with 9:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Detroit Pistons are down 97-77 to the San Antonio Spurs as the fourth quarter just got started there. And another game that's just going into the fourth right now is the Indiana Pacers-Washington Wizards game. The Pacers are up 89-80. It was really tough to see Tyrese Halliburton go down a couple of days ago, but he hopefully he's all right. But that did not look like it was a good injury whatsoever, and they are certainly going to miss him if he's out for an extended period of time. And then we got the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're in Miami. It's 70-69. Oklahoma City has the 1-point advantage. With 10:34 remaining in the third quarter, there's 6:25 in the first half of the Chicago-Houston game as they're tied up 41-41. The Pelicans are in Golden State as the Warriors, they're down 24-12 with 5:35 remaining in the first. And then later tonight at 10 o'clock, we got the Denver Nuggets in Utah. The Nuggets are 26-12. The Jazz are 18-20. They just beat the Sixers in the last game that the Sixers played. And the Toronto Raptors, as they beat the Lakers in their last game by 1 point, they're still at the Crypto.com arena and will be taking on the other LA team, and that's the LA Clippers. And that'll be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, back here, as the Sixers are up by 3, it's 64-61. Philadelphia does have the advantage. What's up, Mitch? How you doing, man? Thanks so much for coming on here. Mike Green says, Mitch, they did it. I don't know what that means. Oh, Michigan. Oh, Michigan. Michigan, that's what he's talking about. But yeah, and then as we take a look at the NHL scoreboard, we have 3 games on tonight, including our very own Philadelphia Flyers. It's 2-2 going into the third period. Owen Tippett and Morgan Frost both scored a goal each. And the Minnesota Wild, they are getting shut out 2-0 as Dallas is pitching a shutout against the Wild. The Stars are 23-11-5. The Wild, they're 17-18-4. Pavelski was able to get a goal for the Dallas Stars. There's 6:59 left in the second period. And then later tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Golden Knights versus the Avalanche. That's going to be a very wild matchup. The Golden Knights are 23-12-5. And the Colorado Avalanche, led by Nate McKinnon, they're 26-12-3. And oh, by the way, they're 17-5-0 at home. So just wanted to make sure that I clarified that for sure. The Delaware Bluecoats are heading into the fourth quarter. It seems like we'll get you the score on that game in just a few moments. But back here for the Sixers, they lead at 64-61 in Atlanta, taking on the Hawks. So the Bluecoats are up 98-96 in the fourth quarter as the College Park Skyhawks just tied it up. Skyhawks, of course, the affiliate of the Atlanta Hawks, and the Bluecoats for the Philadelphia 76ers. So we're just about ready to start the third quarter. It should be just starting pretty soon. Sixers are up by 3. Marcus Morris Sr. had a season high for a first half. He has 13 points. He was 4 for 7 from downtown, making 3 out of 6 threes so far. 64-61. Here's Tyrese Maxey as he gets the basketball, and the Sixers will have it first because they did lose the opening tip-off. Maxey over at the top of the key, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll try to take it over towards the elbow, and he puts up a jumper, and he can't get the J to fall. Isaiah Jackson. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong game. I was just going to say that Isaiah Jackson looks like he's having a good game for the Indiana Pacers. Here come the Hawks on the other end in this game against the Sixers. Sadiq Bey trying to take Tyrese Maxey to school, and he's fouled by Maxey as he just tried to elbow and slash his way towards the cup over Maxey, and that's a very big mismatch for sure. Who's back? Just jumped in, saw you went live on Discord. Useful betting Sixers. I didn't go live on Discord. What are you talking about? The one after the Clunkers. How's the game going so far? I didn't go live on Discord. But yeah. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for coming on. 64-62. Sixers have a 2-point lead in Atlanta. The Hawks will get the inbound. It's Trae Young to Sadiq Bey. The ball gets stripped and stolen away by the Sixers. Here comes Paul Reed, who was able to get the steal. He'll hand it off to Maxey. Maxey trying to zigzag his way into the lane, and he finishes with the right hand. He's fouled as well. And he'll head back to the line to try to earn the old-fashioned three-point play and convert. Jalen Johnson not so happy with the foul call as he just swiped him right on the. He didn't really swipe him, but he was in his way. But I didn't really think that was a foul. But regardless, Sixers will certainly take it. Maxey does not get the friendly roll though, so it's like the free throw didn't even happen. 66-62. 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Johnson gets the ball almost stolen away by the Sixers, but he retains possession. Johnson with a step back, turnaround jumper over Tobias Harris, and he hits it. What a shot by him. Just a turnaround jumper that is also in his toolbox too. Harris trying to show a little bit of revenge against Jalen Johnson. He does initiate the contact, Tobias Harris that is, and he is fouled too. Good job by Toby being very aggressive going up against Onyeka Okongwu. Again, no Clint Capella tonight for the Atlanta Hawks and no Embiid tonight for the Sixers. So that's why both the backups are starting. Harris with 12 points, 2 boards. He's 4 for 9 from the field. He does swish the first free throw and makes it a 3-point lead for the Sixers as he increases the lead by 1. Oh, boy. KD did a press conference today. He said that he was happy to go through it. And the second foul shot by Tobias Harris is good. Just wanted to read that quote from Kenny. What's going on, man? No, I know that you're talking about Draymond now. I didn't go live on Discord. 68-64, and we have another turnover called on the Atlanta Hawks. I haven't been live on Discord in a little bit of time. 10.5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's Trae Young. I guess he picked up his pivot foot. We have to make sure that we get that right. Nope, it was just off the ball. Here's Paul Reed trying to make the Hawks pay. Tobias Harris wanted the foul call, and I believe he gets called for a tech. He gets called for a tech. He has been very verbal with one of the refs, and that is, I believe that's James Williams. And Harris not happy. I mean, Johnson was all over him, and I was surprised that the whistles did remain silent that time, but Harris was definitely chirping, and James Williams saw enough. First foul shot made by Trae Young is good. Harris does not really get a lot of technical fouls called on him. That's something that is not a common thing for Tobias Harris. He's a pro's pro, as they like to say, and a guy that certainly has been a veteran around the NBA. He's 31 years old. Hawks get the basketball back. DeJounte Murray has it. He dribbles into traffic. 2 guys on him. He'll swing it around the timeline. The ball finds Saddiq Bey. The three-point shot, doink, as it goes off the front of the rim. Paul Reed grabs the rebound. Reed to Melton. Melton fires, shoots it, and hits it. Bingo for DeAnthony Melton. And the Sixers are up by 2 possessions with 9:45 remaining in the third quarter. DeJounte Murray dribbling around the screen. He'll find Jalen Johnson on the near wing. He answers back with a 3 of his own and just erases Tobias Harris's 3. 71-68. Here's Melton again. Melton was the one that hit the last 3. This 3-point shot is way too strong by Melton. Batum tried to just stick his hand into the cookie jar, but it's Hawks basketball. Here's Young for 3 on the near wing. Contested, no good, and the ball gets tipped, and it'll be 76ers basketball as Saddiq Bey is in a lot of pain. He's right over towards underneath the basket, towards the Sixers baseline. He's in a push-up position. He's actually flat on his belly now with both of his elbows up, and he's in a lot of pain, but he lands into a push-up position now and tries to get up as the training staff does go out there to see if he's all right. As we take a look at the replay, he landed really awkwardly on Paul Reed and just grabbed onto that right foot. I think that his right foot as he was trying to jump up for the rebound. Ooh, he landed a little awkwardly. It was on the side of the right foot as he tries to walk it off. He is up, of course, as he gets high fives from his teammates, and Quinn Snyder says, "You good?" And he says, "Yep, I'm fine." The 24-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, guy that went to Villanova He's in his 4th NBA season and was drafted by the Nets in 2020 as the 19th pick. Tyrese Maxey is at the line, and he can't hit that free throw either, so that's a rarity for Tyrese Maxey, even though he hasn't been shooting the ball towards his standards at the foul line. His free throw percentage has gone down just a little bit, but he's 0 for 2 from the line. Young did get called for the transition foul, and that's why it did result in a free throw from Maxey. But they had to do it because their player was down. Here's Batum on a drive. He'll find Maxey. Maxey with a bounce pass inside to Reed. Reed spinning, fading, going up with the left-handed layup. It's good. A little baby hook by B-Ball Paul. A 5-point lead now for Philadelphia. Young with the right-handed floater initiates the contact by Maxey. He's fouled and he'll head back to the line for 2 more free throws. As it's been a very slow quarter. Lots of fouls called in this quarter alone with 8:52 remaining in the third. How about that play by Paul Reed as he was right over towards the lane, the left side of the lane, inside the painted area. He got the ball from Maxey on a bounce pass. He was spinning and rolling over towards his right side and did some ballet moves as he danced to the rim and was able to get it to go through the ring of fire. Trae Young's second foul shot, he hits it. It's 73-70. A guy that is 7th in the league in points per game, just has 11 points tonight. Batum, as Paul Reed goes down, as he'll try to pass it, but it's another foul called on Trae Young. Nick Nurse, they're showing Nick Nurse. I didn't know if he said something or not, but Young did make both free throws. And Bay gets called for the personal, and the Sixers will inbound it from their bench area on the far sideline. They'll find Paul Reed. Tyrese Maxey as he inbounds it, and Maxey will get the ball back. Dribbles over towards his right side, stops on the elbow, kicks it out to Melton. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Melton trying to find Tobias Harris. It's tipped by Onyeka Okongwu and intercepted by Trae Young. Young gets his defender to buy on a pump fake. That's Tobias Harris. He'll get the ball back, though, as he passes it to Murray. Murray back to Jalen Johnson. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Murray gets it back. He's at the top of the key. A lot pass inside to Johnson. Johnson being double teamed. Kicks it back out with the binoculars to Murray. Murray's 3 is good as gold. Great court vision again by the Atlanta Hawks. And DeJounte Murray makes the 76ers pay in his audition. Harris thought about shooting a 3 into rhythm, but decides to take it right to the cup. Gets Jalen Johnson to buy on a pump fake and finishes with the left-handed layup. 75-73. Yeah, didn't know if he was going to take the 3 off the bounce pass by Tyrese Maxey. And instead he was like, I'm just going to try to take it right to the lane myself and get my defender to buy on a pump fake. Hawks doing a good job at swinging the basketball around the timeline. Johnson trying to find Onyeka Okongwu inside. It's blocked, though, by Nick Batum as Saddiq Bey couldn't get a shot off. 75-73. Maxey on the fast break. The horses are going off, and he gets the right hand to go. Actually, they're not going to count the bucket. It actually didn't go in, but he got fouled. That's what I meant to say. So the Sixers are in the bonus, and Tyrese Maxey will have to earn his 2 points at the line. How about Nick Batum able to just get like a beautiful block off of Saddiq Bey? They actually say now that the foul is not in the shooting form, which is so shocking. And Nick Nurse, as the ref makes a signal, this is not a good thing. Tyrese Maxey, did he get ejected? Did Tyrese Maxey get ejected? He's going back to the locker room. Nope, it was a Hawks timeout. Oh, my goodness. The ref made a signal. I didn't see if it was a timeout or not, but Nick Nurse looked like he was shocked, and Tyrese Maxey was going over to the bench, but it's because a timeout was called by the Atlanta Hawks. Sixers have a 2-point lead in Atlanta. Oh, boy. What's up, Hardcore for All? What's good, guys? What's good? Play-by-play with JJ. Yeah. I meant posted on Discord saying going live on YouTube. Oh, no, you're good, man. No, you're good, bro. No, you're good. You found out on Discord that I was going live. That's sick, bro. That's awesome. Michael Bridges would be 2 savages we could pull that off. Wow, Dinwiddie is so underrated. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't get enough recognition that he does deserve. I think that I haven't looked at the stats this year, but we can check that. If you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you all in. So my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We got 31 people on here. We are live for almost every single Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles game. And if that does tickle your fancy, make sure that you guys like and subscribe and turn on those bells, man. We do play-by-play for almost all those games, and we really try to be consistent, So, and we do it old traditional play-by-play style. There's a lot of people that are on here that do a watch party style, or they try to do play-by-play, but it's, the quality is just a little bit different. But, it's not as specific, and it's not as, I don't know what the right word is. I'm not trying to, throw people. I don't want to throw people under the bus. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying that we do a really good job. That's the bottom line. So tell your friends about this channel. Tell your family about this channel, too, seriously. And let's try to get more people involved with the family. All right? He really doesn't. He's a dog, and he's one of those guys that thinks he's the best. Gotta love that in your players. To a degree. Dinwiddie is an interesting one. I don't know if I would take him or not. I'd have to think about that. Bridges will never come back after his treatment. Well, that's free agency, but if you're talking about a trade, that's different. So the Hawks called a timeout. There was a challenge on the floor. I didn't know that. The refs were going over towards the replay booth. What's up, Mike Boyd? Jeffrey Lurie. Yeah, we're not talking about the Eagles. It's Sixers basketball time. I can't deal with toxicity. But yes, 75-73, the 76ers have a 2-point lead in Atlanta, so the coach's challenge was overturned. The Hawks do retain their timeout. I didn't know what the challenge was. Was it that Tyrese Maxey traveled? Oh, it wasn't a foul on Trae Young. Okay, that's what it was. So Young does not get called for the foul, so they take that away. And that is the right call, because when you look at the replay, Young just tried to stick his hands in there and didn't even make any sort of body contact whatsoever. So Quinn Snyder is able to retain his timeout as the challenge was successful. Sixers lead at 77-73 with 7:25 remaining in the third. Young does get the inbound. He's been very ice cold tonight with just 11 points. He's 2 for 10 from the field and 1 for 5 from 3. DeJounte Murray has it. Lob pass inside to Jalen Johnson. Johnson goes up with it. He catches it. Catches himself as he goes back up with it and gets it to go with it was a reverse layup, and he couldn't catch the alley-oop, but just able to redeem himself. Melton on the other side with a bounce pass to Batum. Batum with a no-look pass to Paul Reed, who's at the foul line. Reed with a lob pass inside to Tobias Harris. It's good as gold again. Tobias Harris with another 2. He now has 4 points in the third so far. We're almost halfway done. Here's Trae Young. Tries to go up with it towards the right side, and it's blocked and swatted away by Paul Reed at the rim. It'll still be Sixers basketball as it does go out of bounds. Good find, though, by Paul Reed on the offensive side as he got the dish to Tobias Harris. And then on the defensive side, tries to just size up Trae Young, and Young's layup was just blocked and cramped away. Anthony Melton will take a seat for the Sixers. And we have 2 substitutions for the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks try to inbound it, though. It's Bojan Bogdanovic and Trent Forrest that are back out there for Atlanta. Young and Johnson take a seat. Here's Sadiq Bey trying to go up against Maxey. There's a mismatch, and the shot it goes in and out that time. Tobias Harris is the one that corrals the board. Maxey with a bounce pass to Paul Reed. Reed's in the lane, and he'll try to find Nick Batum, who was wide open. A backdoor cut to the basket by Nick Batum, and the Hawks were just caught sleeping on the defensive side. Sixers lead it by half a dozen with half a dozen minutes left to go. Bogdanovic lets it fly in the face of Kelly Oubre Jr., and he's human again. Paul Reed is the one that grabs a rebound. That's his 8th of the game. 9 points. He needs 2 more rebounds and 1 more point to get a double-double. How about Tobias Harris getting the find inside to Tyrese Maxey? Again, another backdoor cut to the basket. They ran the same play over and over again. 83-75, and you might as well go with it until the Hawks find a way to stop it. Trent Forrest on the other side will try to back down his defender. That's Paul Reed. Swings it out to Murray for 3. It's up and in, and he's fouled. Oh, my goodness. There were about 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and somehow the prayer was answered for DeJounte Murray. An acrobatic circus shot from the far corner, and he hits the tray. That is unbelievable. That's really insane. And Oubre Jr. just fouled him right on the hip. The foul shot is good, so he converts on the 4-point play. And now the Sixers only lead it by 4. 83-79, 5:20 remaining in the third. Batum at the top of the key finds Maxey. Maxey lets it fly off the dribble, and it's a little short. Reed with the offensive rebound tries to find Maxey. It's almost stolen away. Maxey gets it. He'll try to take it to the cup. And now a pass and a dunk on the finish by Kelly Oubre Jr. Great little alley-oop lob by Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre Jr. The Sixers in years past have really not been able to run a lot of those, and they'll certainly take that for this year because of the athletic wings that they have. Nick Batum gets called for the foul on the other side as DeJounte Murray with the beautiful English on the left side of the glass. He's fouled and will head back to the line for 1 more. That was an absolutely ridiculous shot by DeJounte Murray as he got the 4-point play to go. He was fouled by Oubre Jr. on the far corner and just let up a shot. It wasn't even a traditional shot that you would even call. It wasn't a traditional form. 85-82, and again, the Hawks cut the deficit to 3. Here's Tobias Harris, who stops on the dime. He'll dribble it back out, though, towards the top of the wing at the 3-point line. Now we'll try to go inside with the right hand, and the finish is good. Tobias Harris again, putting the Sixers up by 5. He's been very, very solid in this third quarter, doing Tobias Harris types of things when he is on point. Bogdanovic is able to throw an alley-oop pass to Fernando, and Fernando throws it down with a lot of authority. 87-84, Sixers, can they respond on the other side? Harris at the logo, gets a screen by Paul Reed. He'll kick it out to Maxey for 3, and he lets it fly as it goes in. 90-84 Philadelphia as the Sixers answer back again. Here we go. Punch, counter punch for both teams. Bruno Fernando, his layup is just a little short, but we have a whistle, and it'll be on the Sixers. So the Sixers have been able to make 26 points in this third quarter so far. They've allowed 23 to the Atlanta Hawks, and, well, this Hawks team, they've put up a lot of big offensive numbers. They have not been so solid on the defensive side. They're almost last in almost every single defensive category, and they've just been able to do a totally different job on the offensive side, and part of that's because of the coach of Quinn Snyder, who's been a very great offensive mind. Got to work with Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Mitchell, of course, now on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Rudy Gobert also a part of that team, and Mike Conley as well as Jordan Clarkson and Lauri Markkanen. 90-84, the second foul shot goes in and out, and Bruno Fernando goes 0 for 2 from the line. Patrick Beverley will come in for Paul Reed, and Nick Batum will take a quick seat for Mo Bamba. Oubre Jr. will just hand it off to Maxey. Maxey's being guarded by Bruno Fernando. Here's Tobias Harris, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. He's at the top of the key. Bogdanovic guarding him. Dribbles it over towards his right side. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. The half court, or the free throw line shot is just way too strong with the shot clock expiring, and the Hawks get the rebound again. It's Trent Forrest. Forrest trying to take it the other way, and he'll just find Onyeka Okongwu as he is fouled to Bruno Fernando. That is, I beg your pardon, another foul by the Sixers. And that's going to put the Hawks in the bonus. Just some very careless fouls as Beverly tried to go for the swipe, and That's not really going to work when you're most likely going up against a guy who is so much taller than you. And unfortunately, it did not work out that way for the Sixers. Marcus Morris Sr. will come back in for Philadelphia. He had 13 points in the first half, so he's getting his first action here in the second half, which is a good thing. Made 4 threes and was able to light it up from downtown. 90-86. Fernando's second foul shot is short, and it just barely hit the front of the rim, almost airballed a free throw. Maxey grabs the rebound. There's a little bounce pass inside. It was tipped by the Hawks, and Bogdanovic, he is absolutely animated, as they do say that it's Sixers basketball. They'll inbound it from their own baseline, and Bogdanovic absolutely animated. Quinn Snyder also not so happy with the call either. Beverly will be the inbounder, as he'll try to find Oubre Jr. Oubre Jr. can't cut towards the basket. Beverly has to inbound it, and he finds Oubre Jr. over at the top of the key, works around the screen, dribbles it over towards the right side, puts up a shot. It's blocked by Fernando, but Fernando does step out of bounds towards the Sixers baseline. And with 9 seconds left on the shot clock and 3:01 left to go in the third quarter, the Sixers will still have the basketball. They will still get it here. Oubre Jr. does get the inbound. He'll find Patrick Beverly for 3 on the far corner. Bullseye! 93-86. And Beverly's able to hit a big dagger. 2:48 left in the third quarter. Here's Trae Young with the soft touch. He's fouled too. He did not make the 2-point shot, but he got fouled. And we have a timeout called by the Sixers. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. They're up by 7 in Atlanta, 93-86. They'll be back. All right, we're back. We're back for more 76ers basketball. They lead at 93-86. Fourth quarter coming in just a little bit. We have 28 lovely people on here. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. That would really mean a lot to me. We need one more like to get to 25 and 6 more to get to 30. The goal is to get to 50. I think that we could do it, but maybe, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. 50 likes. Smash that thumbs up button. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are on for Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football. I almost forgot for a second because this team is, I mean, how can you remember that they're even playing because of how bad that they have been playing over their last 5 games? You know? But, yeah. Comments on the game so far? What are your guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts on this game, man? Let me know down below. Oh, boy. So the Hawks, they're 14-21. They're actually 2-3 over their last 5 games, but so are the Sixers, too. The Sixers are on a 2-game losing streak, just like the Atlanta Hawks. The Sixers did lose to the Utah Jazz in their last match, and then the game before that, they were unsuccessful against the New York Knicks. They lost 128-92. The Jazz put up 120 points against the Sixers, and they only manufactured 109 on the offensive side. So, they're looking for their first win. It would be their, that would be their second win of the season. The Celtics lead at 111-109 with 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. That's in Boston against the Minnesota Timberwolves, so that game is coming down to the wire for sure. We have a foul shot made by Trae Young, as before the timeout was called, he was fouled, and he hits the second one too. He's a very good foul shooter for sure, Trae Young, a guy that has been shooting over 90% from the line throughout a majority of his career so far. 93-88. There's Patrick Beverley over at the top of the key. A bounce pass to Marcus Morris Sr. He'll find Jaden Springer on the near wing. He almost lost his dribble as he's sitting over on the paint. Marcus Morris Sr. has to put up a prayer, and the friendly bounce is no good, but we have a loose ball foul called. It'll be on Trent Forrest as Mo Bamba tried to fight for the rebound, and Forrest just was able to pick him right on that right shoulder. Boy, oh boy. I'm surprised the defensive 3-second violation wasn't called against Jaden Springer, or offensive 3-second violation, I should say. So Bamba, because of the foul, that puts the Hawks over the foul limit. He's at the line for 2. 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks for Mo. And make it 5 now as he puts the Sixers up by 5 with 2:25 left remaining. We're in the third quarter. Sixers lead at 94-88 now as the scoreboard just updated. Trae Young trying to finish with the high arcing layup, and it was an underhanded scoop that he got. I don't know how he hit it, but that's just what he does. 94-90. He's not afraid, even when he could go 0 for 20 from anywhere. And yet he'll still try to be aggressive. Beverly tries to swing it out to Murray, or Oubre Jr., that is, but it's stolen away by Trae Young. Off the catch. Young on the elbow. He'll bounce past it and find Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic with an unselfish no-look pass to Jalen Johnson. Johnson back to Bogdanovic for 3, and Bogdanovic hits it from the near corner, and that's going to cut the deficit to 1. Can the Sixers stop the bleeding with less than 90 seconds remaining in the third? That's the question. Beverly on the far wing. He'll find Marcus Morris Sr. It's Beverly, Morris Sr., Oubre Jr., Bamba, and Springer. Morris Sr. tries to get it going, and he goes up with a shot. He's fouled as he gets double-teamed. He gets double-teamed, and Morris Sr. will earn his hard 2 points at the line. So Bogdanovic, we've talked about him a lot during the season. He has 11 points tonight. He's 31 years old. He was drafted by Phoenix, and the guy that has been from overseas, he's been really just on a lot of teams' radar over the last couple of years because of his shooting. He's averaging this season 17.7 points per game, 3 rebounds, and about 2.5 assists too. But his three-point shooting just throughout, not just this season, but throughout his entire career has been really, really great. He's shooting 37.5% from 3. Last year he shot 40.5% from downtown. Morris Sr. is at the line. He hits the first foul shot. And the second one, well, he hits that one too. That puts the Sixers up by 3. 96-93. Hawks could tie it with a 3 or cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Trae Young, here he is, over at the logo. Dribbles over towards his right side. He's at the elbow now. Now backs up towards the far wing, or towards the top of the near wing, that is. Now he's on the far wing, and he'll try to just dribble around the timeline. 4.5 seconds left on the shot clock. I don't know if he knows how much time is left. He puts up a prayer, and he can't get it. That was a terrible shot selection by Trae Young. Johnson comes up with the offensive rebound. He can't convert on the loose change, though, and Jaden Springer puts an end to it. Patrick Beverley tries to dish it out to Springer. Springer inside the foul line, goes up with the mid-range J, and hits it. The soft touch by Jaden Springer puts the Sixers up by 5, with about 5 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Runner goes up and in by Trae Young. Quick on the offensive side as the Sixers get caught sleeping again at the wheel. 22 seconds remaining, 5 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock once again, as it's not unplugged just yet. Beverly having a staring contest again with DeJounte Murray, who's gone ice cold in this third quarter, even though he had a big 4-point play. Beverly gets defended by Trae Young, tries to find Springer inside. Springer's turnaround jumper is swatted away and blocked. And we have a shot. Nope, no shot clock violations called. But a prayer is up, and it does not go in by Bruno Fernando from the half-court mark. I was thinking that they were going to call a shot clock violation, but that was not the case. And we go into quarter number 4 as the buzzer does sound. It's 98-95. Another very close game for the Sixers, and that's what you expect. 0 for 2K is 20 times better than 0 for 1. Need players to shoot. Who are we talking about? Bodan Bogdanovic would be a sick pickup. I agree. 1,000%. He would be awesome. 35 people on here watching. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you are new to the channel, we're on for almost every single Sixers game, Phillies game, and Eagles game as well. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Algo Gang, do your thing. That's what you got to do. We do play-by-plays, man. I went to school for broadcasting, and I've been coming on here for about a year, actually over a year now, and we've been really trying to just build up this family, you know what I'm saying, and be able to just try to get more and more people involved and just get more reps with this new medium. I want to call games for a living. That's why I started this channel. And when I was really young, what I used to do is I used to turn down the TV volume, and I used to, when I was playing MLB 2K, at the time when 2K was a part of MLB and even NBA 2K, I would just try to do play-by-play calls from there. But this is what we're doing. So when you said Trae Young would chuck up 20 shots, lol, need players to shoot that thing. Yeah, dude, absolutely. I figured you were talking about Trae Young, but that's it. Yeah. Week end to the third quarter. Boo, says Hardcore for All. It was a week ending, but hopefully they'll have a better fourth quarter. All right, it's time now for our 76ers trivia question of the day. I'm going to ask you a 76ers trivia question, and if you get it right, you'll hear this sound. If you get it wrong, this is what you'll hear. All right, so today is Wednesday, January 10th. I want to know, what is Allen Iverson's single-game record for points scored in his 76ers career? All right, what's the most points that Allen Iverson scored in a single game during his 76ers career? How many points did he score in that game? Let us know down below. Don't don't speak too soon. Don't come in all at once. Oh, boy. So, again, the question is, what is Allen Iverson's single-game record for points scored in the 76ers career? Speaking of points, Tobias Harris has 20 points tonight. He's leading the way for the Sixers. Was able to get about 8 points in that third quarter. 52. Incorrect. 98-95, the Atlanta Hawks start things off, and Bodan Bogdanovic is able to pick back up where he left off in that third quarter to end the third quarter. In the last 2 minutes or so, he was able to hit some big-time shots. 98-97. Here come the Sixers on the other side. Kelly Oubre Jr. tries to put it up. He can't finish it with the two-point shot. Bamba gets the rebound. It's stolen away by Fernando. Bogdanovic tries to find Trae Young, who lets it fly for three from the far wing and connects. A 2-point lead for Atlanta as we ride the seesaw. How many points did Allen Iverson score? What was the highest amount of points that Allen Iverson scored in the Sixers uniform? Here's Tyrese Maxey, who tries to pull up and fire the trigger for three. No. A long rebound by DeJounte Murray. He puts it up, and he does get it in. That was actually Trent Forrest. I beg your pardon. 102-98. So Forrest able to get the layup to go. It was a long rebound that he got over towards the Sixers bench over at the three-point line and just in front of them, and it was able to just stay in there. And unfortunately, it was a bad bounce for the Sixers. Maxey to Morris Sr. Morris Sr. hesitates. He was at the three-point line, now takes it right to the elbow, and he's fouled by Trent Forrest. Forrest was able to reach right in as soon as he put up the shooting motion. Allen Iverson at 60. That's correct. What day? What day did he score 60 points? That's part 2 of this trivia question. What day? What day did he have 60 points? First foul shot by Morris Sr. is good. More substitutions for the Sixers. D'Anthony Melton comes in for Kelly Oubre Jr. And this is a guy who was at the line who was 16 points. What was the date? The date. I think he hit a 60 bomb. It was during his rookie. He also had his rookie game for, also has the rookie record for most 40-point games. Yep, that was not the question, though. Bojan Bogdanovic tries to pass it back out to Jalen Johnson for a three on the far corner, and he hits it. Another time where the 76ers could not close out on the three-point shooting by the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Maxey again at the top of the key. He tries to find his teammate, Marcus Morris Sr., and it goes out of bounds towards the far sideline. Still Sixers basketball. So what day did Allen Iverson record his 60 points? That's the question. That's part 2 of this trivia question. I want to know the day and the actual date. 105 to 100. Here we go. Sixers get the inbound again. Tyrese Maxey tries to put it up and in with a layup, and he gets it. The underhanded scoop for Tyrese Maxey, and the Sixers are down by 3. Young with an alley-oop pass, and we have a foul called on Mo Bamba, who disrupted it. But Fernando gets his wish and will head to the line for 2 more free throws. Oh, boy, that was just a nice little move by Tyrese Maxey. He knew that Trae Young was going to plant himself and try to sacrifice his body, but Maxey just did a good job at just not even initiating any sort of contact. What day did Allen Iverson get his 60 points? Anybody know? Anybody? Christmas. Fire, if that's right. I think it was in the playoffs, so I'd say May 31st. That's incorrect. Incorrect. So, I'll take one more guess. One more guess. February 12th of 2005. That is correct. Correct. Good job. Good job. 102-106, Sixers down by 4. Here we go. Here's a three-point shot that's up, and as the shot clock was expiring, the Sixers could not hit it from long range. Morris Sr. missed it. Jalen Johnson grabbed the rebound as he crashed the board. Trae Young over at the top of the key. Wants to ISO over Tobias Harris, but he'll take it right to the cup, and he can't finish it with the right hand. The rebound goes to the Sixers. It's Tyrese Maxey who comes up with it. It bounced off of 2 teammates of the Hawks. Here's Maxey again, driving into the lane with the left hand, and it's just almost unstoppable. You can't stop the lightning-quick Tyrese Maxey as he's in takeover mode in the fourth quarter. Sixers down by 2. Maxey tonight, 21 points, 9 assists. He needs one more for a double-double. Young gets the dribble handoff from Bruno Fernando. Will try to take it right towards the right side of the baseline, and he gets it to go with the right hand, the high-arcing floater. And Young now with 20 points, 8 assists. He doesn't have any rebounds, though, tonight whatsoever. Maxey with the dribble handoff to Harris for 3. He catches it in rhythm, pulls up, and can hit. And another rebound by Trent Forrest. That's now his 6th rebound of the game for the point guard. He's actually playing shooting guard right now in this lineup. Forrest again takes it right towards the foul line. And he'll kick it out to Jalen Johnson on the far wing. He'll try to take it now over towards the right side. Then he can't get the little reverse layup to go. Another rebound goes to the Sixers. It's Tobias Harris that crashes the glass. Maxey lets it fly from the far wing for 3. Oh, he can't get it. Jalen Johnson intercepts the rebound. 7:40 left in the fourth quarter, and a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. As the Sixers trail by 4, they're getting outscored 13-6 in this fourth quarter so far. 108-104 Atlanta with 7:42 remaining. Boy, oh boy, what's going on tonight? Nice. That's my GOAT. I know most things, Allen Iverson, but I'm bad at dates. You're good. I try to make it tough, man. Sometimes you never know if I have a part A and a part B to a trivia question. Every once in a while, I throw in a part C. You know, I think Maxey's also like Allen Iverson. That quickness. It would be cool to see AI tutor Maxey. I agree with that. I do agree that his game in some ways does replicate Allen Iverson. I do wish that he had, I mean, the step back jumper is great, but, what do you call it? He's a great finisher, but I can't think of the term right now because I'm just so locked into this, and I can't think of anything else right now. But yeah, man. 35 people on here watching. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or if I upload. We do Sixers basketball. We do Phillies baseball. We also have a podcast that we do called Sharing the Mic with JJ, where I get on-air talent, whether they're YouTubers, whether they're radio hosts or TV hosts. And tomorrow's guest, we're actually dropping an episode tomorrow, a special one tomorrow. I was supposed to do one last week, but we did 2 this week, so we'll have one come out Friday and one tomorrow. And I think that you're really going to like tomorrow's guest. He's a pretty cool guy. I got to work with him, and he's absolutely awesome, and I'm not going to say anything else. So, but yeah, we do Sharing the Mic with JJ, and that's another podcast that we do on here as well. That was a good question. When it comes to dates, I'd miss it. Well, now I know. Now I know, man. Now we know. All right. Oh, boy. All right, so the Sixers are down by 4. It's 108 to 104 with 7:42 remaining in the fourth quarter. Sixers have to, I mean, even though they are staying afloat in the second half and the Hawks have come out a little bit stronger, they're still in this, and they just need to not be careless with the basketball. Do you think we'll ever love anyone like we did Allen Iverson? Hey, man, if Joel gets us to the promised land, he's going to go down as a legend. He already is a legend, but I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Nick Batum has to play defense here as the Hawks have the basketball. Bojan Bogdanovic over at the logo. Dribbles it over towards his right side. Shoots off the dribble over Tyrese Maxey. And man, oh man, he's just been so lethal here in this second half. Bojan Bogdanovic, 13 points for him. Actually, now it's 15 because they didn't update the scoreboard on the ESPN app, but that makes it 110 to 104. Maxey with a dribble handoff to D'Anthony Melton. Melton gets past his defender Trae Young, tries to go up with a shot, and he's met at the rim by Onyeka Okongwu, the big center, the power forward / center, who is playing center tonight, and has 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and that's now his first block of the game. But D'Anthony Melton does get fouled. It's a late whistle. So Melton will go to the line. He does convert on the first free throw. And the second free throw coming up is good by Melton, too. Nothing but net. Good answer. I wonder if Embiid could ever take AI spot. Yep. I answered it before you, man. 10 points for D'Anthony, who missed 3 games in a row with back problems. Here's Bogdanovic, who catches and shoots it for 3. No, D'Anthony Melton, outlet pass to Tobias Harris, a full court pass, and what a pass by Melton, and a great finish by Harris. It was almost intercepted by Bogdanovic. It was kind of like a quarterback throwing to a wide receiver, and a safety almost picked it off. 110-108. Fernando with a layup. No. Okongwu can't get the rebound. Maxey off to the races, going from coast to coast, and he can't hit it. Almost snagged away by Paul Reed. Young gets the rebound. Quick pass to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic to Young from wing to wing, and a no-look alley-oop pass from Young again to Onyeka Okongwu. That's just what he does when he is really struggling from 3. He is a phenomenal passer, if not one of the best passers in the NBA. 112-108. We're halfway done the fourth quarter. Melton on the near wing. He'll hand it off to Harris. Harris will try to take Saddiq Bey to school. Puts it up with the right hand. Can't get it. Grabs his own rebound. Puts it back up on the follow-through. And throws it down the hatch. 112 to 110. And Tobias Harris leading the way, saying, I'm the man tonight with 24 points. Young inside to Bey. Bey can't finish the layup. It went halfway in and out. Harris got the rebound. He'll find Paul Reed. Sixers could tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Bounce pass from Melton to Paul Reed. The baby hook is a little short, and Bogdanovic gets the rebound. Working very quickly out in transition. It's 4-on-3 basketball. Here's a three-point shot by Bey in the face of Nick Batum, and he has his way. What a big, lethal 3 that was by Saddiq Bey, and a timeout immediately called by the Sixers. 115-110, Atlanta in front. Oh, boy. We're starting to get stuffy again. Oh, come on. Chris Wheeler, never mind. Wow, sorry. Oh, boy. The only broadcaster I ever knew was Chris Wheeler. What do you mean the only broadcaster you ever knew? You mean like you don't know Al Michaels? You don't know Bob Costas? You don't know Merrill Reese? That's cool. I was so excited when Weber signed with us. Hardcore for all. Chris Wheeler. Chris Wheeler for the Phillies. I don't even know if you knew that he was a broadcaster, but I think you meant to say Chris Webber for the NBA. But yeah. What's up, Merrick? How you doing, man? He says, let's go Hawks. Oh, boy. You're a Hawks fan? That's cool. That's pretty sick, bro. If you are new, man, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. So the Boston game, Boston is up 125 to 120. It went into overtime. There's 30.9 seconds left in OT. I also LaRue. I have the game. I have the scoreboards up here. I don't know if you're watching it from your phone. It may be a little bit small to see. I apologize about that, but I do have the scoreboards up here too. I thought I saw him saying Weber. Lol, I was tripping. Sorry, guys. No, you're good, bro. You're good. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing all right, man. Living the dream. Living the dream. I used to see Wheeler at my old work. Chris Wheeler? Like the Chris Wheeler. We're talking about Chris Wheeler, the broadcasting partner of Harry the K. That's pretty cool, if that is the case. From Atlanta, Georgia. That's why I'm a Hawks fan. It's cool. He's a nice guy, he says. Cool. That's great. That's awesome. I used to love Chris Wheeler. He was my favorite color commentator for so long. 38 people on here watching. If you have not hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate that. We are 14 subscribers away from 1,630. We're live for every single Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles game on here. And we try to be consistent. We give you the play-by-play, and we try to be very consistent with the play-by-play calls. Nobody else does it like we do on here. He is great. That is cool. Absolutely. How about Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey leading the way for the Sixers with 47 points, but they're down by 5. They started off the first half really strong, but the thing is that I haven't really seen a whole lot of Jaden Springer in the second half defensively. He was doing such a great job on the defensive side for the Sixers. Here's Batum to Maxey. Maxey catches, shoots, fires it, and it's a little short. Oh, he was just a little bit ticked off. He thought it was going to go in. The Hawks grab the rebound. 4:54 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Trae Young being guarded by Maxey. Maxey picks his pocket, steals it. He'll try to take it from coast to coast. No, and he can't finish it. Tobias Harris can't follow through. Maxey comes up with the offensive rebound. He can't finish it here. Tobias Harris on a putback. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, and not even on the fourth. He'll actually go to the line to get 2 more free throws. Good job, though, by the Sixers to stay with the play, even though they missed a couple of wide-open shots. But do give credit where credit's due to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey wanted a goaltending call on Jalen Johnson because he thought that he touched the rim and that the ball was over the rim, but that was not the case. So Harris goes to the line. The first foul shot's good. and he'll cut the deficit to 4. And 1 more point will decrease the deficit to 3. See what we need? We need defense. Too many sitting around. 115, 111. Second foul shot gets the friendly bounce. It hit the front of the rim about 2 times and just rattled in. 115, 112 as we're coming down the stretch. Still plenty of basketball left to be played. 4.5 minutes left to be exact. Trae Young with a bounce pass to Okongwu. Look out below for Onyeka Okongwu on that alley-oop pass again by Trae Young. He now has a double-double. Here's Maxey to Harris. Harris at the top of the key. And we have a offensive foul called on Tyrese Maxey. Gets called for a moving screen. And that's another big turnover by the Sixers. Oh, my goodness. What a nice windmill dunk that was by Onyeka Okongwu. Just a one-handed jam with that right hand. And he was in flight mode. And, man, oh, man, he's just a strong, strong dude. 117, 112, 4:04 left in the fourth quarter. Murray kicks it out to Young. Young shoots it from way downtown. And Maxey climbs up the ladder, comes down the chimney with that board. He's on the other end. He'll try to take it towards the cup with the left-handed scoop, and he couldn't finish it. However, the good news is that he'll earn his 2 points at the line on the foul by Okongwu. Tyrese Maxey tonight, 23 points. He's just 2 for 8 from 3. Continues to struggle from 3, but he's 8 for 21 from the field and has really been aggressive. The Sixers, when you look at Maxey and Harris combined, they're actually 17 for 40 from the field and 3 for 10 from 3. First foul shot by Maxey is good. I hope so. So sick of us losing without the big man. 117, 113. Second foul shot again by Maxey this time is good. And now the Sixers cut the deficit to 3. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sixers shooting 85% from the line. They've made 28 out of 33 free throws. Hawks not as good as the Sixers at the line. Trae Young at the top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. The Sixers could not swipe it inside. Outside three-point shot by Johnson's no good. Off the pass by Onyeka Okongwu. He had the look, but he just couldn't finish it. Harris got the rebound, goes coast to coast on the other side, and gets the finger roll finish to go. The deficit's now down to 1. 3:15 to go in quarter number 4 as we're coming down to the wire. Fasten the seatbelts. Trae Young kicks it out to Okongwu. Okongwu to Murray. Murray's been cold in this fourth quarter so far as he airballs a 3, and the follow-through is good by Saddiq Bey as he tips it up and in and gets the Hawks a little bit of breathing room. 119, 106. Maxey faked the handoff this time to Harris. He's at the top of the key. Wants to ISO over Jalen Johnson. He'll dribble over towards his left side. Gets the ball from Marcus Morris Sr. He'll try to take it to the cup, and he throws it down for 2. Tyrese Maxey with a dunk. You don't usually see it from that guard, but he was able to do it and go into flight mode that time as he solos it with a two-handed jam. 119, 118. Trae Young almost got called for a backcourt violation as it was almost stolen away by Batum. Young at the top of the key. He'll try to take it right towards the cup, and it's a little bit too strong. Morris Sr. says no. He has the rebound. Morris Sr. at the top of the key tries to find Batum. Batum with a backdoor cut to the basket. He finds Harris, and Harris helps the Sixers retake the lead 120 to 119. A little bit of a nice little move by Tobias Harris. As he was just there, everybody forgot about him. 150 left to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray on the drive to the basket. It's blocked again by the Sixers. How about the Sixers defense coming up strong? They lead it by 120 to 119. Tobias Harris leading the way with 30 points and 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Let's go. Absolutely. So Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris have been absolutely sensational. We do have a foul called. It's on Tyrese Maxey. The rest of the team in this quarter only has 4 points as Maxey and Harris combined have 18. Tie game as the first foul shot's good. And the second foul shot is good, too. And the Hawks go back out in front by 1 as we ride the seesaw. 121-120 with 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of basketball to go, even though we're towards the end of the game. Maxey at the logo with a bounce pass to Batum on the near wing at the three-point line. They'll hand it off to Morris Sr. Morris Sr. back to Maxey. Maxey being guarded by DeJounte Murray. Tries to go down the lane and throws it down again. Where did this come from Tyrese Maxey? Boy, oh boy, the finishes at the rim have been absolutely electric. 122-121 with 1:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Murray with a turnaround jumper over Maxey. He can't get it. Great defense by Maxey, and Harris gets the rebound. 1 minute left to go. Here's Tyrese Maxey over at the logo. Gets past the half-court mark, and now he's being guarded by DeJounte Murray in his neon green sneakers. And now Young comes in. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey in takeover mode. Lets it fly and hits the tray. Clutch moment after clutch moment for the kid. And a timeout called again by Atlanta. 125-121. And Tyrese Maxey with 32 points. He has ice in his veins. I mean, you thought that the dunks were absolutely incredible, as Tyrese Maxey needed some help down after the second dunk by Kelly Oubre Jr., and then he looks at Trae Young and shows him how it's done from way downtown. 53.7 seconds to go as the Sixers lead it by 4. No Joel Embiid. No Clint Capella, no Robert Covington, and a lot of other guys out, too, for the Atlanta Hawks, as they've been missing tonight. 13 points for Maxey in this quarter alone, and that's a new career high versus Atlanta. He has 32 points. That's the career high. The Sixers lead it by 4. They got to play defense, and if they do so, then they win. 53.7 seconds left. The Sixers have 2 timeouts remaining. The Hawks just down to 1. I mean, I just cannot believe the guts that this kid has. Just incredible. As he's just been the fourth quarter show in Atlanta at the State Farm Arena. That is Maximus. Are we not entertained, says Kenneth Lowry. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing? 125-121. As the Sixers have to hold on and play defense. Young gets the inbound, or tries to inbound it to Okongwu. They swing it around the timeline. Johnson on the drive to the basket. Then he finishes with the dunk, and he's fouled. Oh, that is a costly foul by Kelly Oubre Jr. as he got him right on the backhand. It was the right hand right after he fell behind and trailed Jalen Johnson to the rim. Man, he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play, and he converts. Sixers lead it by 1, and they're in no particular hurry. They just got to milk that clock down because time's not on their side. They could certainly use a bucket, though. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey has the basketball over at the logo. A screen comes by Batum. Maxey lets it fly again for 3. Oh, it's a little short, and another rebound by Atlanta. Jalen Johnson grabs the board. Here's Trae Young. 25 seconds to go. 20 on the shot clock. Young kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson to Sadiq Bey. Bey in the far corner. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Murray. Almost lost his footing. And they're going to say that it was a foul on Nick Batum. It was not in the act of shooting. Batum gets called for a foul, I believe. Nope, it was a timeout called. It was a timeout called by the Hawks. I couldn't tell if it was a turnover, if he stepped out of bounds or not, and if they're going to review this, but there was no foul called. We had a whistle. It was not a foul, though, on Batum, but we have a timeout called by Atlanta. 125-124. Hawks have the ball with 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and they'll be right back. My gosh. If you're just tuning in, man, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We are live for every single Sixers game, every single Phillies game, and every single Eagles game as well. And we do play-by-play. We do it traditionally, but we also have fun on here, man, because Sixers basketball is a lot of fun, especially when you have games like this that just come down to the wire. And we try to just have our energy be very, very contagious. That's what we do, even when we're not feeling our best. LINKTREE just always finds a way to kill us. That was suspect. I agree. 125-124, so the Hawks did call a timeout. Maxey hit a big-time three, but then Jalen Johnson had a big three-point play as he hit a dunk, and Kelly Oubre Jr. fouled him, and he converted on the free throw, and that's how it's a one-point game. Hawks have the ball. DeJounte Murray will inbound it from from the Sixers bench. Nick Nurse getting animated. Kelly Oubre Jr. defending the inbounder. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Here we go. Murray trying to inbound it. Can he find somebody? He finds Okongwu. Okongwu to Young. Young goes up with a shot, and he's fouled by Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey does foul him with 6 seconds on the shot clock. And Trae Young will earn his 2 points at the foul line. Nick Batum actually was the one that was guilty for committing the foul. He just, Maxey made a lot of contact with him. And Batum gets the foul called on him. I don't understand that. Are the Sixers going to challenge this, though? I wonder. So Maxey does get called for the shooting foul. The Sixers call a timeout. And I think that they're going to challenge it. What do they have to lose at this point? All right, so they will challenge it. Oh, boy. 52 people on here watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, man. We need 4 more subscribers to get to 1,620. What are y'all waiting for? Come on, baby. Exactly. Yep, they're going to challenge it. What do they have to lose? That's what I said. That's what you're responding to. Oh, man. All right, one more sip of water. So as we're in this timeout, Trae Young, I did want to mention this. We talked about him as a foul shooter. This season, he's shooting 85.5% from the line. He's been a very good foul shooter throughout his entire career. He's shooting 87.5% for his career at the line. It was tough to tell in real time. They're at the replay booth center. So let's see. Here we go. It looked like it was just... I mean, he made some contact with the elbow, but it looked like Maxey was just going up and down. And Batum just blocked it, swiped it away. So it should be Hawks ball, and the call should be overturned. But let's see what they say. If it's not overturned, then Young's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws and potentially ice the game. The Sixers do have 1 timeout remaining, so the replay does support the call. Maxey gets called for the foul, and Trae Young will try to tie the game first at the line. Sixers have 1 timeout left with 12.1 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. A game that's just coming down to the wire. 22 points for Young, as he's made all 8 of his free throws tonight. The Celtics hung on and won in overtime against the Timberwolves. They won 127-120. This game potentially could go to overtime, and the Sixers may want that. 125-124. Young at the line. First foul shot for the tie. It's no good. He missed it. It's wide right. Actually hit the front of the rim and just went out towards the right side. This is for the tie. Young at the line. The second foul shot. That's good. 12.6 seconds to go. Maxey looking at Nurse, deciding what to do. He says play on. Morris Sr. gets the inbound. He'll hand it back off to Maxey. Shot clock unplugged. He's past the half-court mark. He wants to ISO. He's at the top of the key. He spins. He feeds. He goes up with a shot. It's blocked. And that's going to... Oh, they're going to say it was last touched by Maxey and that he And then it's a turnover. Trae Young blocked it. It's Hawks basketball. Young puts up a three-quarters court shot. It's airballed, and we go into overtime. So Maxey lost his dribble as he tried to go into the lane. Young swiped it away, and it was deflected off of Maxey's knee. He still can't believe it. And Nick Nurse absolutely animated and irate over at the refs for not reviewing that call. But we go into OT. We're tied at 125 apiece with an extra 5 minutes to go. Free basketball coming up in just a few moments. Hit that thumbs up button. What are y'all doing? There was about a second to go, too, as soon as Trae Young got the inbound. Boy, oh boy. All right. Oh, boy. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We do Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football on here. Spike the like, hit the subscribe button. Algo gang, do your thing. So this might be good for our channel. We want more and more people to come on. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? It's 10:02 p.m. Eastern time. I'd trade an MVP for a healthy Embiid come playoffs, Gideon. I mean, yes, hypothetically speaking, you're right, but again, I mean, that's just, you just don't know. You just don't know. But there's not a lot of MVPs, man, so Embiid is in an elite class of his own, and the Sixers, they wouldn't do this, but it would really not be wise of them to trade Joel. Let's see. Oh, my gosh, so Young swiped it. It did bounce off of Maxey's right knee, it looked like, from the replay. And Maxey was not obviously happy with the call. But we go into overtime. Maxey should have been driving to a spot. He needs to learn that. He's been driving all game long, bro. He's 11 for 26 from the field. He's literally gone to the basket 16 times. That's just how it is. So Maxey and Harris in that fourth quarter put up 23 of the 27 points scored by the Sixers, and we go into OT. And that's what's going to happen right now. The Sixers won the first two games in this regular season series against the Hawks. And if they win today, if somehow, some way the Hawks were to tie the Sixers in the standings, the Sixers would have the advantage because of the head-to-head record. Mo Bamba is going to be starting out there for the Sixers in this overtime. And he'll be going up against Onyeka Okongwu for the tip-off, and that's probably why he's out there. Sixers want to get the height advantage. So Bamba puts it up, and he can't get the tip-off. Kelly Oubre Jr. tries to get it and fight for it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Atlanta basketball. So that really didn't do anything. Batum, Harris, Maxey, Bamba, and Oubre Jr. are the five guys out for the Sixers. Okongwu, Bey, Johnson, Young, and Murray are there for the Hawks. 4:57 to go in overtime. Trae Young with an alley-oop pass. It's deflected by the Sixers, but Johnson retains it as he comes away with the offensive rebound. Here's Trae Young over on the near wing being guarded by Nick Batum. Young has been really trying to cook Batum tonight, and he does so again. Young still looking at the refs for another call. He wasn't able to get the call. It's 127-125 as we start off OT. Tobias Harris over at the foul line extended. Spins, fades, goes up for two, and converts. A rainbow shot again by Toby. 30 points for him. Now make it 32. 127-127. Here's Young on a drive, and he'll find Bey for three. He can't hit it from the near corner. Harris comes away with it. Harris with an alley-oop pass, and Kelly Oubre Jr. almost lost it. He'll reset the offense. Here's a drive-in. Maxey to the basket. The left-handed layup is no good, and another rebound goes to Atlanta. It's from Onyeka Okongwu. Murray outside to Young. Young at the top of the near wing being guarded by Maxey. He'll take his time, back out towards the logo, and step back up over Maxey. He's at the top of the key now. Dribbles over towards his right side. Shot clock winding down. A nice little alley-oop pass, or it was actually a bounce pass inside to Onyeka Okongwu. and Okongwu threw it down with authority. 129 to 127, Sixers trail by 2. Harris on a dribble handoff by Maxey, and he'll hand it back off to Tyrese himself. He's at the top of the key. He'll dribble over towards his left side. A spin around jump shot. It's a little short, and Bamba grabs the rebound. There were 4 guys over there. Maxey for 3. Wide open. Yes! Oh, yes, baby! Mo Bamba was left wide open with the rebound. There were about 3 guys on him. Nobody could get it, and Bamba just clearly got it and found Maxey. 130-129. Murray on a drive again with the left hand. It's blocked by Bamba. He gets denied at the rim, and it goes out of bounds. It'll still be Hawks basketball. Mo Bamba definitely trying to fight for some minutes as the backup center tonight for the backup center. He really comes in as the backup to the backup, but man, oh man, he looks like he wants it out there. Just got the fingertips over Murray's layup. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Young inbounds it again to Okongwu. He's at the elbow. He'll find Bay for 3 again. Too strong. They got the look, and Kelly Oubre Jr. says no and grabs the rebound. Maxey will take his time. We're just about halfway done the overtime period. He's on the near wing being guarded by Murray. Gets a screen by Tobias Harris. A pick and roll to the basket. Harris to Oubre Jr., who stops on a dime and pulls up with an elbow jumper. Bullseye! 132 to 129. The Sixers have a 3-point lead in OT. 2:20 left. Here is Trae Young. We have a whistle. And Young, let's see what the whistle is. I think it's on the Sixers. There's 2:21 remaining in overtime. It's going to be on, I guess, Nick Batum. I couldn't tell where the whistle was on. It was probably away from the play. But we did have a stoppage in play, and the foul was called on the Sixers. Here's Murray over at the logo. He'll hand it off to Young. Young over at the Toyota sign. Now we'll try to stay on Batum and his runners up, and another whistle remaining silent for Trae Young, and he's complaining on the other side. Maxey has the inbound. Maxey backs up over towards the State Farm Arena sign, being guarded by Jalen Johnson. 2 minutes left to go. He's at the top of the key. He dribbles towards the right side. A bounce pass to Batum. Batum on a pump fake for 3. Oh, it goes in and out. Jalen Johnson comes away with another board. Young trying to set the tempo, trying to go up against Maxey. We have a whistle again on Tyrese Maxey, and Trae Young will go back to the line for 2 more free throws. 2 more foul shots coming up for Young with 1:44 remaining in overtime. So Young will just try to get 2 more shots to fall at the line. He just dribbled it over towards his right, and Maxey reached right in and fouled him in the shooting motion. Didn't really make a lot of contact with him. His hands were up, but he hit him right on his hip, and I can't understand why that's a foul call. That's just so absurd. So Maxey does foul out, and that is a really big loss there for the Sixers. So Maxey has to come out, and of course Patrick Beverley, the emergency, comes in for him. First foul shot is good by Trae Young. Hopefully this does not come back to bite the Sixers. Bogdan Bogdanovic will also step in for Sadiq Bey as Quinn Snyder makes a chest move himself. The first foul shot was good. The second one hits the back of the rim, and Trae Young continues to be ice cold in the clutch. 132 to 130. Harris, he got the rebound. Here's Mo Bamba over at the elbow. He'll find Batum. Batum inside to Harris. It's deflected by Murray. It was off the fingertips of Harris. Then it was tipped by Murray. It goes out of bounds, and the Sixers may have dodged a bullet. The shot clock will reset to 14 seconds. Less than 90 seconds to go in overtime. No Tyrese Maxey because he just fouled out. So his night is done. Mo Bamba will also take a seat, and Marcus Morris Sr. will come on in. So Jalen Johnson got called for a foul. Beverly inbounds it to Morris Sr. Back out to Beverly. Beverly hands it off to Harris. Harris wants to conduct the traffic. He gets a screen set by Morris Sr., decides not to use it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, he'll take it right to the baseline. The foul line jumper's up, though, and he can't hit it. He dribbled it out towards the foul line, and the rebound goes to Atlanta. Here's Bogdanovich, three-pointer. He thought he had it. He missed it, though. Offensive rebound by the Hawks. And the shot goes back up by it was Jalen Johnson, but he couldn't hit it. He was fouled, though, by Morris Sr. This is why the Sixers just have to do a better job on the glass. Again, there's no Clint Capella, and even though Embiid's not playing, you would think that the Sixers would still be at least rebounding the ball a little bit better tonight. But that's just not the case. Johnson cuts the deficit to 1 and has an opportunity to tie the game at 1:32 apiece. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in this thriller of a basketball game. The Sixers are 23-12. The Hawks are 14-21. The tie, yes. We're locked in at 132. And coming down the stretch once again. 105 remaining in OT. Johnson with 20 points and 7 assists tonight. Here's Beverly at the logo. He'll take it over towards the right side. He finds Batum at the top of the key. Inside the Morris Sr. It's deflected by Johnson and stolen away again by Trae Young. A 2 or a 3 could take the lead now. He's at the top of the key. He finds Murray. Murray kicks it out to Johnson for 3 on the far wing. Bullseye. 135 to 132 with 39.6 seconds to go. And a timeout called by Nick Nurse. That three-pointer there was absolutely clutch by Jalen Johnson. I'm not crying. Just gotta blow my nose. Oh boy. If you are new to the channel, spike that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. What are y'all doing? My name is Jason. I do play-by-play for Sixers basketball, for Eagles football, and for Phillies baseball. If that interests you, make sure that you guys like and subscribe. We try not to miss any sort of a game on here. 56 people on here watching, 36 likes. 36 likes. That means 20 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. And make sure that you subscribe, man. I know that you're subscribed. I know that you're subscribed. You're good, bro. I'm absolutely right now crying. Oh, you're talking about crying. Okay, I understand now. Morris Sr.'s sub was not the one. He hurt us. Hey, Tyrese Maxey fouling out is what hurt us, my guy. Sometimes that just happens. That's what hurt us, bro. That's what hurt us. Because then you have to make that move. Who else are you going to go to? Paul Reed? I'm not going to go to B-ball, Paul. Here we go. Sixers are down by 3. They don't have to take a 3 here. They could go for a 2. They do get to advance the ball. There's 39.6 seconds left. Batum inbounds it to Harris. Harris thought about catching and shooting. He'll take it right towards the cup. The right-handed shot's up, and he gets blocked by Johnson. Oh, boy, a big block, and Atlanta takes over. Here they come over at the half-court mark. This could be the dagger. Sixers certainly need a stop. You can't foul here. You need your defense to clamp down. Murray at the top of the key, trying to get past Oubre Jr. Good defense, and the Sixers, they got the stop. But an offensive rebound comes. There's a shot up. No good. And we have a whistle called. Is it against the Sixers? I think so. Johnson missed his shot. Oubre played really good defense. And unfortunately, the Sixers have a shooting foul called on Tobias Harris. That's not what you need, man. Johnson at the line to try to ice the game. The first foul shot is good. That makes it 136 to 132. Obviously, you're going to have to hit a 3 here, even if Johnson misses. 13.4 seconds left. Johnson's second foul shot. It's good, too. Batum inbounds it to Kelly Oubre Jr. 12 seconds left. Shot clock unplugged. Oubre Jr. tries to drive it to the basket. Goes up with a shot. It's blocked and stolen away by Trae Young. And that's going to do... Nope. There's a foul called as Morris Sr. fouls Trae Young. And they try to play the foul game. Boy, oh boy. Morris Sr. did foul him. And now Young will go back to the line. 4.4 seconds left in overtime, as this really came down to the wire for sure. And Young's first foul shot's good. It's 130 to 132. They could tie it with 2 threes, but that would take a miracle if Young misses. Second foul shot, though, he hits it. And it's a 7-point lead now for the Sixers. So Patrick Beverley gets the inbound, and we have he'll try to go up with a shot. He puts it up. I thought maybe there was a whistle, but nope, there wasn't. That's going to do it. Sixers are now on a 3-game losing streak. They lose to the Atlanta Hawks 139 to 132. Unfortunately, the ball did not bounce on their side at the very end, and they get outscored in OT 14-7. And Jalen Johnson was really clutch. 25 points for him, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. And by the way, the 16 rebounds and the 7 assists, those are both a career high for him. So he is the player of the game for the Atlanta Hawks, and the Sixers, they still lead the season series 2-1, but they were just not able to close the door against the Hawks. And they had a shot to do it towards the end of the fourth quarter after Tyrese Maxey hit the 3. But even though Tobias Harris had a really great game tonight, overall, down the stretch, he really came up ice cold and just committed some really bad fouls. Got blocked at the rim by Johnson, and the Sixers just couldn't finish. But that's going to do it here. I think we're going to rest the vocal cords. Our sinuses are starting to get clogged up again. So that's going to wrap things up here. I'm Jason Joseph, though. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I love you all so much. I'll catch you all Friday. And I'll see you guys then, man. Absolutely maddening. I understand. What's up, Snowman? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for coming on. That's typical Tobias. Oh, well. Night, people. Yep. All right. Love you all. Catch you on the next one. Good night.